Mickey Derivative Kill.
There she is. There she is.
Kill! But I feel like celebrating!
Red alert. All hands stand to battle stations.
Welcome to the danger zone.
These are the 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. voyages of the Enterprise's night crew. Its continuing mission is to patrol.
I need you.
Welcome to Jimmy's.
Greetings and felicitations.
You are great. I am great.
Hello and welcome to Midnight Continuum number 3, where we are reviewing a movie called Loon Lake from 2019. I'd never heard about this movie before. It's an indie movie made by locals, made by people who are interested in a urban legend in this local town and in let's see.
It's about
Minnesota?
witches.
It's about witches. Yeah, well, one particular witch in Minnesota. And we have a special guest, Gorilla's Random Thoughts, who is an expert about this. And he wants to talk about it. And so this film is about an urban legend that is important to him. And I thought this might be interesting if anybody else has an urban legend that they want to talk about. So if you have one and you want to talk about it tonight, describe it in the chat. And we'll briefly touch on it now, but after the movie, we'll go a little deeper into each one of them if you're still with us. And so that's my idea for the stream anyway. And apparently that idea completely confused Scotty because I said, oh, maybe I could talk about the chupacabra because it's a similar kind of urban legend in that kind of sense. And so that confused Scotty. He thought this movie was going to have it. And so he was so disappointed when
I started watching this movie, I thought there was going to be a chupacabra.
That was my fault because of the stream idea that I had.
And then I found out it was about witches.
Well, see, I didn't know what a Looney Lake lady was. I didn't know about Mary Jane ever, and you didn't know about the chupacabra. So I thought it might be. I thought it might be fun to share our urban legends and everything. And so it's just it was just an idea, and it totally confused Scotty. Sorry. Also,
yeah, well, this is an actual legend that's been around my area. This has been the urban legend down this thing there. The Kyle and the Karens in the town wanted me to mention that this whole urban legend was started by a fur trader down in Spirit Lake there to drum up tourist attractions to the area and all that. They get kind of offended by the whole thing, but there have been some creepy stuff rotating around the gal named Mary Jane there who was just like she was a free spirited person that did go to church and all that stuff, but she died early in her life, so that's how the rumor that whole urban legend thing started up there. And there's different variations of the story. Some say she was burned at the stake, some say she was beheaded, some people say she was strung up there. The actual Loon Lake Cemetery is still out there. I've been out there a few times. It's not as creepy anymore as it was when I was a kid because it was all overgrown like it was in the beginning of the movie there. It was all completely overgrown, and the graves were all mossy and stuff. But the Historical Society in the county is actually taking great strides. They spent thousands of dollars cleaning up that cemetery now, and there's a fence and all that there. But there's still a lot of headstones missing, and they don't know where a lot of the graves are because in normal cemeteries you get the line of plots there. It just goes down the lines. But out there it was just like it's families just grouped.
Kimberly, I see you.
Yeah, hi Kimberly. Yes, we will get to the chat in a minute. I was just letting Gorilla lay
No, I
down
know, but I feel like
the
Kimberly
ideas.
needed a little bit of an olive branch.
You're probably right. Oh, yes, and you're
Yeah.
right. Okay, so while we are distracted for just a moment, we've got to thank Old Man Bert for this $9.99 super chat. He says he defiled it with dark magic. Yes. Yes, and this is
Delightful. Absolutely
you
fucking
see,
glorious.
Halloween is over, so I was gonna drop the witch hat, but the movie's about a witch.
It's fine.
So I'm
It's
gonna keep
Halloween
going.
weekend. It's Halloween weekend.
Yeah, technically it is Day of the Dead today and tomorrow. So yeah, it still works.
Oh, and by the way,
And
I think that the LA Dodgers won the World Series.
okay, but wait a minute, Scotty. We'll talk about we're gonna get back to the chat in a minute. I want Gorilla to tell us everything he wants to tell us about this legend
yes.
first.
I forgot where I was at now because God distracted me.
Okay. So basically, where I was you were saying that you were talking about the grave site itself, that it used to be creepy and mossy and overgrown, but everybody got there and made it pretty.
Now we don't know where a lot of the graves are because the headstones have either broken off, or in the case of Mary Jane's grave, they kept getting thrown in the lake, so they just put it in the museum there. Yeah, but the families were all grouped together in like groups there instead of in rows, so we don't know where a lot of there's like 93 people buried out there.
93, wow. Well, that would be nice
row?
if they could be found and properly respected in terms of getting a headstone and all that and being identified.
I got a lot
that is incredible.
I got a lot of the shorts somewhere on my channel. I should actually group them into a playlist.
Shorts about what? What are you talking about?
I went out there and made shorts of a lot of the tombstones of the graves out there at Loon Lake.
I see. Wow. Okay, that's neat that you documented that. Was there anything else you wanted to talk about before we got started? We'll cover it as the movie goes along. Okay, great idea. Okay, so now I will go to the chat and we can talk about the Dodgers or whatever Scotty wants.
The Brooklyn Dodgers.
But before I do that, you also shared this with me, this picture of the actual
it's different from what's in the movie. That's the actual tombstone in the museum. In the county
so there
museum.
It is. Yeah. Mary Jane. And does it actually have that poem that is repeated throughout the movie on it?
I don't think so.
I do see some writing underneath, but I don't know what it says down
So
there.
where is this? Where is this from?
Like what the headstone or the
the whole sarcophagus.
Oh, this is all set in Jackson County there.
In Iowa.
Southwest Minnesota, right along the border.
Minnesota.
Minnesota? I thought it was in Iowa.
Yeah.
Iowa.
Well, we're about
that's the movie that I watched.
Yeah. The cemetery is about a mile north of the border.
Iowa? What? Did you watch the correct movie? Was it about Mary Jane?
Yeah, no, Mary Jane was there. She got decapitated with a dull axe.
Yes. That was so rude to use a dull axe. But first, let's talk to Matt G.
I was so mad at the dull axeman.
I was too. Like, if you're an executioner, you sharpen that blade.
Sharpen the fucking axe, yo.
What a
Well, they weren't executioners. They're a bunch of farm folk all up.
That's true. That's true. That's
none
true.
of them. So they don't actually have an executioner? What kind of town is this?
No, they just had a guy who with an axe, and they were like, "Hey, Jerry, do you want to go and cut the head off of this witch?"
This was the very beginning roots of the county.
We're gonna get to it. We got to get to the slides, but we're gonna do that after the chat.
You know what though? I don't like this town. It doesn't have a proper executioner, so I am leaving.
This is the worst run execution location I've ever had the displeasure of attending.
So
I think it's Jill's volunteering to become the executioner.
Well,
yeah.
no,
If anybody,
she quit because this place sucks. They suck at their materials. They don't have the proper tools. Jill will not execution in this town because of the mismanagement of this shit.
Right. I will take my prisoners elsewhere. Hello to Sir
Exactly.
Jacob. And Lemon Pie says the manager would like to know, will this live stream be for business or for pleasure?
Why not both?
Oh, yeah, why not both? I hope for both.
Well, Jill taking a pleasure out of being an executioner.
No, I'm just joking around. Final game of World Series in extra innings.
I know.
Extra innings. Oh, it's not over yet.
I think the Brooklyn Dodgers won.
Oh, so everybody's going to be at the base.
Yep. No, the Brooklyn Dodgers won. So congratulations to the Brooklyn Dodgers for winning the World Series in 2025. And you know what? I for one would like to say, as a Canadian, you fucked up my Halloween last night, Blue Jays. And so all of you people who decided that baseball was more important than Halloween, this is your punishment. This is your punishment. And also, I wish all of the best of luck to the law enforcement and emergency responders of Los Angeles.
Well, you do remember this game is supposed to be fun, not a life or death struggle.
Oh, it's true, but it's my game. My game.
But William Shakespeare, before the game wrapped up and we knew the Dodgers won, was rooting for the Blue Jays.
Yeah. I love seeing Toronto fail.
Herc130 says, all I want to do is zoom.
And shake your rump.
Zoom.
And shake your rump.
Zoom.
Yeah, I think about that too.
Come on. All I want to do is a zoo and a woo woo.
Yeah, I love those songs back in the day where it was all the innuendos were cryptic and poetic instead of just like
wet ass pussy.
Yeah. That's not as fun. There's no poetry there.
No, I've had a lot of fun with wet ass pussies.
Okay, you know what? Please stop saying that.
I will. I'll say WAP.
Thank you. Hello, Kim.
Hey, Kim.
Yes.
Hey, Kim.
Not Brian is here.
But that is okay. It is a woman's pejorative to be prerogative. Yeah, it's my prerogative. We will all survive. Ha 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 ha. Well, it's good to see you, Herc130.
And hey, Herc.
Jill is delayed because she laid out a $500 bet on Game 7, and it's still going. Oh, yes, and you did notice Not Brian here. Hello to Not Brian before I officially get to you in the chat here. And hello to College Slammer. We're live.
Yeah, hey.
Oh, by the way, Jill, thanks for paying attention to that bet. So now everyone knows I owe you $500.
Well, you were going to buy that She-Hulk, but now what are you going to do?
I'm going to buy you that She-Hulk.
Oh, no. Herc130 says, wasabi. Wasabi. Okay, I don't know. I just wanted to say.
Wasabi.
Looney Lake. It's about scary Canadian currency. A Looney Lake. Yeah, a different movie. Not today's movie. And hello to Canadian Spider-Man.
Hey, Spidey.
Hey, Spidey.
Oh, I forgot to play. I forgot to play a video for Old Man Bird because
yeah. Sorry, Bird, I can't play your song for you. We're not on my channel.
Which song? What?
Oh, I made a song just for Bird.
Oh, wow. I see. That's very great. I don't see. I lost it. Where did it go? Let's just play this video. I don't know what this is. Yeah, let's just play this one. There's Voldemort. Yeah, there you go. Just a little Voldemort for you. And there we are. And let's see. Did anybody else join us? See what's going on. Yeah, and there he is. Not Brian. Woo. World Series is completely fake, says Herc130. So much money involved to stretch it to Game 7. Wow. Scotty, we all enjoy seeing Toronto fail. Oh, wow. You got some support there from Canadian Spider-Man, Scotty.
Well, I do. I want to play this in honor of Toronto.
In honor of Toronto. Okay, please play it while I put my Ethernet cable in.
Thanks, Toronto. You never underestimate my disappointment.
Wait a minute. That doesn't seem quite right. Never.
What do you mean?
Okay, maybe you're right. That's fine.
I was fine. Are we going to watch this witch movie with the dull axe?
Yes, in a minute. Gorilla, my song man.
It's been 16.
Scotty, for crying out loud, I'm reading the chat.
Yes, ma'am.
Railway Nation says he's chopped liver. Oh no, I hope nobody likes chopped liver around you. They might serve you up with onions.
Yeah.
They had a
Railway, how's it going?
Okay, now we're ready. Share the screen. This screen right here, and we've got a indie rights movie.
I know.
Right? So interesting. Okay, so let's change this to that. I think I like it like that, and make the words a little bigger. There we go. All right. So, where are we? Here we are. Okay, so this movie, actually, where?
Hey, Railway Nation Gaming's recap. No, but yes.
Oh, okay. Oh my goodness! Thank you so much, William Shakespeare, for a $5 super chat. Thank you so much, William Shakespeare. He says, "I'm having sympathy beer in honor of Blue Jays who played better than the Dodgers. This is a small voucher for anyone else who needs a drink too." Oh, nice. Well, that's very generous of you.
I remember the repeat, the back-to-back World Series that the Toronto Blue Jays had in 92 and 93, I think. And it would have been a three-peat had it not been for the Major League Baseball lockout. And I applaud our boys in Blue Jay. And so good work. Well deserved. Hey, last time the Jays were the Blue Jays, at the World Series, it was a long time ago. And now they got there. They're second place.
Yeah, if they could do it once, they can do it again.
I only use it for medicinal purposes.
That's green.
It is green.
And thank you again, William.
It's all sports. It's all sports.
So like Gorilla said, this movie was shot on location in the real life Round Lake, and it looks good in that sense where it uses real places. So it's always great when you're on location, and
the location
it sets up the local mythology well for that reason. And also, it says here that it was produced.
The cinematography is atrocious.
Yeah, but you know why? It was produced on a very small budget, and the actors were also doubled as the production. Some of them worked doubled as production crew, so they might have just been actors.
I think the actors are fantastic.
Well, from what I understand, there's only like 5 actual actors in the movie. The rest were local town folks.
Well, like the bar scene with all of the exposition.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
so those
local.
were actually real life locals.
Yeah,
That's
well, I'm
fun.
assuming the guy behind the bar was the one who said that you can use his bar.
Yeah, probably that makes sense. And actually, Nathan Wilson and Catherine Lee Scott, who play in this movie, also come from Minnesota. And so, just a few little
Oh,
things
really?
here.
I thought.
Oh,
You know what?
oh,
I gotta move to Minnesota. I could do well
yeah.
in Minnesota.
Oh, Jill, you might like this fun fact though. Before we get started, you know the band Megadeth, right?
Megadeth? Yeah, I've heard of Megadeth.
The lead singer there is from my hometown there, and he has a
Oh,
song
nice.
called Mary Jane about the witch out there.
Wow, that is so cool.
He actually
Yeah,
not
so
a
that's
couple of
neat.
years ago go there. He actually did like a whole live stream and sacred honoring to Mary Jane out at the cemetery. There,
Is this a real water tower?
Yes.
yes.
They drive by it in the movie too.
Have you ever seen a water tower?
Not beside that much water.
Makes it easier to
Okay.
pump it.
I guess.
So, but we should all be happy because the original film ran for 2 hours and 21 minutes and it was cut to 94 minutes. So there we go. That's
I
the
saw
trivia for this
54
movie.
minutes of this movie.
Yeah. So Loon Lake starts with this title card, and let's see if we can get to it as we watch the round. Oh yeah, the Round Town production.
Oh, the first 10 minutes is just a guy driving around. So yeah, let's just full tilt boogie.
Well,
Like nothing happens in the
we've
first
got
10
logo.
minutes.
Nothing happens in a lot of this movie, but more logos. And then we start with the title screen that read Southwest Minnesota 1880, and you hear a woman screaming as you do when
Oh, right. I forgot about this.
When you're about to be executed, you do tend to scream. And so
those are some clean white shirts for 18.
Well, I don't know. Yeah.
Everyone's very
Eric's
clean.
is there to clean. Well, Eric's is there cleaning them.
Yeah, he's very busy.
Wow.
And so they're all in a single file procession to come watch this execution of a lady they believe is a witch. And there's ominous music playing. And the last 2 men in the line are dragging and carrying the woman we hear screaming. And she's being carried to a wooden peg on the ground. And this is where she's going to get axed. She implores the priest. She gives him a poem that is repeated throughout the movie. Kind friend.
Mecca Chani Ho.
No, not that one.
Oh.
Kind friend, beware as you pass by. As you are now, so once was I. As I am now, so you must be. Prepare yourself to follow me. So is there any, is this something relevant to the real urban legend gorilla? I was wondering with this poem.
Like some of the stories say that she. I haven't heard this poem before. I think they made it for the movie there, but beheading was one of the things that they claim are in the urban legend. There is that she was beheaded out there.
Okay, and this is how the executioner takes her out. And many of the people who came or are watching find out that they don't actually have the stomach for this, so they're turning away. And the executioner is not true to his axe here. It takes him 3 times before he actually severs her head. And I was
it's so gruesome. It was great.
Yeah. And so the priest takes the necklace.
I had fun. See, the first swing like breaks her neck, but she's still alive because she's a witch, right? And so she's screaming.
No, that's not why, but okay.
Well, no,
yeah,
what?
she is screaming.
She is screaming.
Well, maybe.
And her neck is broken. Would you agree?
Well, yes. Well,
and so
in the context,
second time he swings the axe, it does finally shut her up.
Well,
and
in the context of the movie,
time, finally,
finally, mercifully
severs her head.
Mercifully.
Yeah.
Oh my. Well, I mean, in real life, she's not a witch, but in the context of the movie, she's a real witch, and all the supernatural stuff is real in the
In
movie
real
only.
life,
Yeah. Wait a minute. Where did Scotty go? In real
I
life,
thought you
Scotty
muted.
mute.
I thought you
I didn't
muted
mute him. No, I
I
didn't
thought
mute
you.
him. I don't know what happened. I did not mute him. Let me see if I can
Oh,
unmute
well,
him.
something happened. I believe it was probably the Lord who muted me.
Yeah, the Lord must have muted you. Well, our stone racket from beyond the stream. Okay, so thanks so much for your generosity to William Shakespeare. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, William Jakes. But the one little nitpick I got on this scene here, where he's driving down 169 there near the sewer, which I could drive this road here blindfolded. They're going past the sewer, but they didn't catch the Jolly Green Giant. That's a landmark. You should, I mean, we always kids always loved seeing the Jolly Green Giant when we were going up to the cities. There was the halfway mark from Murderapolis down to our town to home was the Jolly Green Giant.
Oh
So
God.
you know
Okay,
the
that's
geography of this entire movie.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's why we have them here. And they're that.
Okay,
Well,
I'm in.
no, this one here's the
This is that is the
billboard.
weirdest Wicker Man.
The Jolly Green Giant we had is actually a billboard for Green Giant green bean or the Green Giant vegetables.
Yeah,
The brand.
that's cool. Yes, got you. I understand who the Jolly Green Giant is.
Yeah,
and that's great. But yeah, that
No,
is cool
I'm
that you know about. But taking it back just for a second to the previous screen, because I forgot to say, the priest takes the necklace. Everybody leaves looking disgusted,
right, the
and a
necklace.
loon calls in the distance. And I was wondering, if the loon was gonna do anything in this movie, but it's really just a creature for Mary Jane to murder several times.
Have you ever met a loon?
No. No. So, yes, we do see he is driving down the highway. His name is Lewis, played by Nathan Wilson. And we get the credits. And we learn
Where do
that,
I know that guy from?
I have no idea. Where do you know him from? Let's find out.
Nowhere.
Nowhere.
Oh, and come on, where's all the graffiti on those? They're missing all the graffiti.
No, we're showing off. We're showing off the pristine nature of the business aspect. Like, if you're gonna have these great locations, you're gonna have to show them off. Like, oh, we want you to come to this state.
Yeah, but all those trade cars have graffiti on them.
What?
Because they sit so long, a lot of people go and paint them.
So your suspension of disbelief is within the credits, and you're like, "There's not enough graffiti. This art has no truth."
All right, so of course he was.
There should be a dick and balls on the side of that warehouse.
That would make Gorilla happy. Yes.
Yes.
No, he was. He was in Nothing That I Know. So
what you're saying, Jill, is the dick and balls would make me happy.
No, I was the one who offered the dick and balls.
Well, just a picture of them on the side of the building, so you would say, "Oh yes, that graffiti. That's exactly what I needed to see."
Yeah.
So the composer is Bill Wandel. The music wasn't so bad. I liked the music. It was good.
It was so repetitive.
Yeah,
it was
pretty. It was repetitive, but I like the piano. There's a lot of use of piano.
No, it was good. It was good, but
Scotty, music is expensive. Music is expensive.
When you hear cartoon characters tiptoe, and it's like dun 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 dun. Like that was the entire movie.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I guess that's true. Maybe the music wasn't so good. I take it back. The writers were Ansel Farr.
Oh no, it was good. It was just the same thing.
Nathan Wilson. So Nathan Wilson was an actor and a writer on this movie, and the director was also the writer, Ansel Farr. And so
can we get past this warehouse?
Can you? He's driving into a house. Yeah, he's in Round Lake, and he's driving to a house. There's a key in there, and he has a time with the door. Yeah, okay, so I guess we're still driving through the buildings. You're right. This scene does take a little while. We have to go see the local people sitting on the side of the road,
10
just
minutes,
sitting
Jill.
there. Look, see, there's the water tower.
10 minutes. Yeah, I love water towers.
Yeah, and finally, the truck does make it to the house. Like, see, it parks,
Yeah.
and we
Yeah.
had to see all of that for some reason.
Yeah.
Well,
the good
I
old
think he
fashioned
wanted.
tornado siren. They
There-
always sound it 15 minutes after the tornado passes.
There's
He has a bit of a
nothing
trouble
wrong with setting the
with
scene.
he has a bit of trouble with the door, but he makes it inside.
Oh no.
He's like, "Oh, I hate crucifixes, so I'm taking this off the wall."
I thought
And-
that was a weird choice.
Well,
Yeah.
there's a reason for it. We find out
Well,
later in the movie.
Well, right. He's lost faith, and we'll see why in a little bit. And so that would be hard to argue. Oh. Old Man
No,
Bird
it's-
is still the mention of the evening. Oh, yeah. And so he's outside having a beer, just hanging out, because that's interesting.
Hey, that's some good times out on those front porches doing that.
And it cuts to nightfall, and as he's going to bed, he looks at the photo of a woman. This is his wife, and she has passed away. And he hangs her cross necklace on the photo.
It was at this point in my first viewing that I tried to watch the movie at 2 times speed.
As he goes to sleep, he sees the girl from the photo dead on the ground, covered in her own blood. I guess he made it to the accident early enough before the EMT arrived, and so that image is burned into his memory. And he wakes up and it's daytime again. And an old man knocks on the door wearing a Sioux Valley log cabin hat. I have so many details in these notes that I thought maybe were going to be relevant
not
later.
this
Almost none
guy.
of them are.
Well, Sioux Valley. Well, Sioux Valley is literally like 10 miles to the east of Round Lake there on County Road 4. So they're pretty much in like where that farm is pretty much halfway between Round Lake and Sioux Valley. And Sioux Valley is one of those you blink and you miss it towns. Like literally, I think the population of that town is like 5.
I gotcha. Wow. Yeah, I've never heard it. I never heard of that place, but okay, so apparently Lewis's friend's cousin Lewis's friend is cousins with Gunderson, and so Gunderson is the person who owns this house, but we never see Gunderson, so we don't really care about him, so we can never mention him again in this live
So what's
stream.
this guy's name?
This guy's name is, let's get to it when I get to it in my notes.
All right.
Okay, Emery. His name is Emery.
All right, Emery is Emery.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Yeah. Well, Scotty, you can remember that? Just call it nail file.
A nail file? I thought it was a PDF file.
No,
wait a minute. What? Wait, step away for 2 seconds. And what are you guys talking about? What is
We're talking about files. I didn't know what file he was talking about.
Yeah. Oh, Emery, so he could call him nail file. You know, kind of like an Emery board for your nails. You never used an Emery board on your nails?
Yes, yeah. Not really.
Nail
I don't
file.
use those.
Yeah, sure.
Gotcha. Okay. LA Dodgers won the World Series, says FKHC 2005. I hope you enjoyed
Congratulations, Los Angeles.
So does that mean, is it going to be LA that's burned down tonight, or which town will be burned down? Because like I know.
No. I was looking on Reddit. They already knocked over the CN Tower. It happened.
I hope that there are no riots. That would be terrible. Over a stupid baseball game.
It's gonna be a zoot suit riot.
You know,
when Philly wins or loses, they always destroy a bunch of stuff. So
yeah, but sports people sometimes make fun of nerds and geeks for liking sci-fi and going to conventions and cosplay, but we don't have riots and kill each other. It's like I don't get it. It's crazy.
Yeah, sure.
So he wanted. He's coming up. Emery's just checking if everything's
Also,
okay.
don't forget to set your clocks back tonight.
Oh yeah, did we forget to mention today is fallback? And so during this live stream, I'm going to fall back in a couple of hours at 2 a.m. my time in 2 hours and 16 minutes. So
I
Emery's
think if you're a subscriber to Film Threat, you can head over to Chris Gore's channel because they're going to have a funeral for daylight savings time.
I don't know anything about that, but let's
We're
get
not
off
sponsored.
That. We're not sponsored by Chris Gore, but yeah, definitely check him out if you like him. And so we find out Lewis is, you know what? Lewis is a dirty liar. He's like, I'm not here on vacation. I'm just trying to get away from the city and go fishing. Dude, that's the definition of being on vacation.
Yeah,
this is more of I'm just getting away to mourn my wife type deal, not a vacation.
But his wife's dead, which we find out later.
No, it's a vacation. It doesn't matter what reason he's going away from his home. If anytime a vacation by definition is getting away from your home to do something. And maybe you can call it a pilgrimage or something if you're talking about his mourning, but it's a vacation. If you're not going to work and you go away from where you live to do something else, he's on vacation.
Also, the guy who is Farmer Joe here is you know what? I bless his cotton socks. Terrible actor.
He's a local.
He apparently he's better in other things.
Where he's from.
Apparently, okay, Scotty. Apparently, his name is David Selby, and he was on Dark Shadows, and he was apparently better in other things. Some people say in some reviews.
Wow, I did not appreciate his performance in this particular.
Well, I think he's okay, except for when he's the priest. He's very bad as the priest. He's okay as the townsman. Looks like Steve Martin as an old man. And so anyway,
that's an insult to Steve Martin.
Emery is nice, but this was a really awkward conversation that you can tell that Lewis was glad for it to be over. And it was he's just introducing himself and saying, I live over there. And then my daughter needs me just for a brief moment. I will be right back.
The slides, Jill will be the old man, and the young man will be played by Jill's daughter. So this truck is actually being played by Gorilla's truck, and
okay, I'm back now.
Do you think Gorilla? Do you think your truck is bigger?
I had a Chevy Avalanche. I had a Durango.
I don't know what the fuck Durango, that is.
Okay, well, I don't either. But Lewis is going fishing, and he's gonna find a lake to go fishing.
I want to know.
He never goes fishing at all in this entire movie. What do you want to know?
I want to know about the size of the cars.
Okay. Okay.
Like what? How big?
Why?
Okay, so we have to go back to the size of the. I just want to know. Oh my god! There's a map. And no, but okay. So Gorilla, if you
have 1 minute,
Gorilla, is your car bigger than this car?
Right now, I drive a piece of shit high-end Elantra.
I'm asking you, is it bigger or smaller?
Smaller.
Okay, mine too.
Okay,
do you?
Great.
Okay,
now, but why?
That's
what is the relevance of knowing it?
I don't know. I just wanted to know how big Gorilla's car was.
Okay, great.
I think Scotty's just taller for time.
Yeah, I don't really. I'm sorry. I don't find this to be one of the cinematic masterpieces that everyone.
No, I don't either. But we're not here for the cinematic masterpiece of it. We're here to learn about what Gorilla thinks about the urban legend that he knows about. That
no, I thought we were here to make fun of it.
Well, you can make. Well, I don't know how talking about the size of trucks is making fun of it, but we're here at Loon Lake, and he's taking.
Gorilla has the same size of truck as I do.
Yeah, this area here is where I'm at like once or twice a week there. And where he's looking out is actually where I caught my first catfish.
Oh, really?
Right there,
Okay,
where I
that's
caught my first
cool.
catfish.
Oh
That's
yeah.
nice.
They
Now
also
here's
they talk
another
about that.
spot where they drop the ball. There's actually a big sign there that says that the Loon Lake and how it's early settlers there settled there. They braved the frontier and they settled there. There, if you want the sign, I can get you the sign, but
Oh,
there's a
sure.
big old
Yeah, if
wooden
you want
sign
to.
there.
That's great.
Oh, if you want.
And do you go fishing here a lot?
Oh, yes.
Anyway,
I fished there quite a bit.
nice. So he's taking
Jill, may
pictures.
I?
He's being very touristy because guess what? He's on vacation. But yes,
I know.
go ahead.
I got
What is
me
it,
a
Scotty?
Chrysler. It's as big as a whale, and we're about to set sail.
So
From KHC 2005. Thank you so much.
oh, was that in the chat? I missed it.
Yeah, no, I got it.
What? Okay,
Oh, you
that's
want me
good
to
that
do it again?
No. At least LA won't burn itself down again. Yeah, okay. That's good.
Yeah.
But let's see. FKHC 2005 says I got me a car. It's as big as oh, that's what you're seeing. I didn't. Okay. I'm in a Pontiac Vibe Toyota Matrix, but recently drove in a Prius in Texas, and I gotta say they're pretty sweet. Oh, I'm glad you liked it.
I am currently driving a Pontiac 6000 LE from 1985. The damn thing can't be stopped.
Yeah. Jill, I'm sharing the screen there. This maroon sign here is what's actually out in front of the cemetery there that they should have got a pit. They should have walked right past it there in the movie, I think.
Oh, it says a historic site
there.
where early settlers of Jackson County were laid to rest. They left the security of civilized settlements to brave the new frontier. During daylight hours only. Please stay on the trail.
Then
there's
another here.
Did you have
they just put this out here a few years ago. You won't be able to read the names, but both sides are filled with all the people that are buried out there.
Right, because you don't know exactly where everybody is.
Here's the front side.
They
got
nice.
The names, but they just.
Oh, they did. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, they do know everybody.
Yeah, there's the front saying they got the names. Yeah, they know everybody that's there. It's filled both sides of it. There, then they also got this laying out there now, dedicating a plaque out there.
I see, but did they give everybody a tombstone, or did they? How did they identify them?
Yeah, there was tombstones all out there. Historic records.
Okay, gotcha. So the cemetery has been repaired. That's good. Okay, so
yeah, but they haven't got
tombstones
for everybody out there. It's just there's just tombstones out there because like those cost a lot of money. So
true story. Okay,
they just haven't had the funds to replace them.
It is interesting to see the actual factual, but how do you feel about in the movie the first tombstone being made out of a pizza box?
Well, no, this tombstone is another one that they showed, which actually kind of looks like the real one that Gorilla showed me.
It's so thin.
The tombstones other than Mary Jane's are the real ones out there.
Right, but I'm just talking about Mary Jane.
They made a special. Yeah, well, they made that one special just for the movie there.
That
which
looks good from the front. It looks good from the front, but then they show the side, and it's like, oh my god.
Well, and this
you're made of plywood.
So the graveyard is a bit overgrown, but it has the same poem that the lady said.
They grew the grass
to the priest that Mary Jane said to the pastor before she was killed. So they say it again, kind friend, beware as you pass by. As you are now, so once was I. As I am now, so you must be. Prepare yourself to follow me. Mary Jane Terlinden, named 1855 to 1880. And so, of course, she was only 25 when she died, or about that age. And so Loon's call in the background again, and they do it throughout the whole movie as he continues to take pictures on his vacation. Something falls. Okay, so a loon falls from the sky or a tree or somewhere.
Yeah,
and it's dead.
There's a tree right next to it.
Yeah. That's why I think it's the tree, but loons fly. So yeah. Obviously, something killed it, and we don't know.
Well,
about
the
it
movie's
yet.
called Loon Lake, so you expect loons.
There are loons, so it didn't betray you there.
Yeah, no, and one of my favorite things that I've ever seen in a movie ever happens shortly.
And he's disturbed by this, so he runs off and doesn't go fishing.
What is this? Day one.
Well, that's because, we don't know it yet, but there's a curse, and so 3 days are important.
No, but they got there yesterday. So is it like the first day that they woke up at that house, which doesn't really make it day one?
If you know it, Scotty, if you're paying attention, you will notice that he stepped forward, stepped back, and stepped forward again over a grave 3 times.
He accidentally desecrated.
For sure, I noticed.
Okay. Yeah, he accidentally desecrated her grave, according to her spirit.
How do you accidentally desecrate anything? What are you, Wesley Crusher?
Yes, Wesley Crusher. Yes, I was just gonna reference that myself. Exactly like that. Wesley had to be punished.
Desecration implies intent.
Well, that's right. He didn't pee on her grave or anything, so I think she's just really sensitive.
It's not like he pooped on her chest.
So he's
we don't need to hear about your extracurricular activities.
Well, okay, I'll tell you.
That was my last Tinder date.
Okay, so the thing is, Scotty, it's just a thing they do with urban legends. Like if you say Candyman,
sure,
Beetlejuice or whatever.
Yeah. And I've actually known people who
it's stupid
gone to step over a grave 3 times.
Yes,
and they're all dead.
It's a bunch of hogwash.
I think it's hogwash too.
You guys keep going through the plot. I'm going to have a cigarette. I'll be back in a second.
When Mom was going through school, they heard her friends went out there and jumped over the grave 3 times, and each one of them died 7 years apart.
Everybody died. Well, 7 years apart, but they're supposed to die within 3 days, not 7 years.
That urban legends, Kitty Wampus on. That's one of the details that changes all the time, too, depending on who's telling it. But there's another guy who stole the gravestone there, and he ended up rolling his truck on the way home with the gravestone in the back of the truck there, and he died in that crash there. And there's a few other stories I've heard. I don't remember the details on those.
And they're but they could always just be coincidences. I'm with Emery in real life. But it's interesting to hear about that, and definitely very creepy when you tell it when you're very selective of who you
well, it's kind of creepy
whose
when
story
you know the people too. It's kind of creepy when you know the people too.
True. That's true. Do you fear death, anti-druid chill? Yeah, of course. I don't want to die. I like living a lot. And William Shakespeare said, Scotty, you should consider putting LED running lights underneath it, or take it to a Mexican body shop in San Diego for a complete makeover. Wait, why does Scotty need LED lights?
Well, we can't do that in Minnesota. Soda there. That's a fast way to get your car towed.
And Canadian Spider-Man says there's no point in fearing death because there's nothing you can do about it. Yeah, I'm not like actively fearing it or doing anything about it, but I definitely don't want it to happen. Like I like being alive is fun, but I'm not going to stop having fun because I'm afraid of death. I mean, I won't deliberately try to put myself into danger also. So we're at day 1, and he's at the bar, and he's talking to the patrons about what he used to do in the city. He writes sports for the Tribune. All these details don't matter. She's here because Oh yeah, I already said that earlier. He's Gunderson's friend and cousin. Who cares? They start talking about fishing and how the walleye is good. Do you catch a lot of walleye, Gorilla?
No, I'm my specialty is bullheads and carp. But the lake they're
Oh,
talking about that round lake that is literally just north of the town there. There hence the name. But that's not
yeah,
the best walleye fit area in the county even.
that's
Like
what they
Clear Lake has
say.
some great.
They lie.
Yeah, they might prefer Round Lake, but Clear Lake has some good walleye fishing. Okabena Lake over in Worthington, which we nicknamed Little Mexico, but that's a big lake with a lot of fish in there. I like fish out at Loon Lake in the creeks. Then I like fishing Little Spirit, which are about 21 miles to the east. The Okabena Lake in Worthington there is about 6 miles to the west. And hey,
That's really great.
DJ.
You do yeah, that's great. You do a lot of local lake fishing, freshwater fishing. And yes, hello to DJ Play Nice in the chat. I was just letting you finish. And Lewis talks about how he went to Loon Lake, but he didn't really go fishing because he found a cemetery. And he learns about this person, Jeb, who apparently keeps the headstones clean. And I guess he doesn't step
Yeah,
over
that's
her
Emery.
grave 3 times.
Yeah, that's
That's
Emery.
Emery? Emery is the same person
Yeah,
as Jeb? What?
Jeb
What the
Emery.
hell?
I'm pretty
Oh,
sure it's
okay.
Jeb Emery.
Gotcha.
Emery's just the last. Well, we say a
They
lot of
never
last
say
names
his
around here.
okay, but okay, Jeb Emery it does not appear in the script. Yeah, because there's Jeb and there's Emery, but nobody ever says Jeb Emery. Okay, so
Okay,
thank
maybe
you
I
for
got
that
that
because
wrong.
that's not no, you might be right. That actually it makes logical sense that he goes there to do that. But and why he's not afraid because he's always there and he never gets cursed.
Or
The
wait, was his
other
last name Emerson? Yeah, I think his last name's
no,
Emerson.
no, well, the entire movie I've been calling him Emery. Yeah, it's Emery.
Okay.
So they talk about they also mentioned there was a church there, but it burned down.
Um,
And so
that's just a thing for the movie. The actual church did not burn down. It may have caught fire, but it's actually got converted into a house. And right next door they built a little store. There's an actual little store out in the middle of nowhere. It's called Loon Lake Store, but the actual church is still there. It's just converted into a house.
wow, what kind of stuff do they sell at the store? Just like stuff about the curse or what?
Booze,
Or
booze,
the urban legend? Oh, liquor. They
booze.
sell liquor.
Well, but let's see. We got booze. You can get your candies. You can get your fishing license. You can get tackle. You can get your
Nice.
bait.
Okay, that's fun. That makes sense. Tackle and bait. What kind of? Well, never mind. I'll learn how to fresh fish. Some at some later date. So they tell him. They also tell him a story about the witch that was buried there that had an axe kill her. And the story that they tell is that she put a curse on the town so the crops wouldn't grow. They even say that she stole a baby, but nobody knows for sure. And so, and the legend is if you walk over her grave 3 times, she comes for you in the middle of the night and you die accidentally. And some people, and they talk about examples of people who have died who have done that. And there was carbon monoxide poisoning, and oh no, it was just his car. His car wasn't, it was bad. And then somebody said someone else drowned, but he was an expert swimmer. And they actually just concluded they're just good ghost stories to scare the children. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what boogeyman. So so Gracie immediately likes Lewis so much that she decides to take him out to eat. And that's what happens next. So we have to look at all
Well,
these
I think
pictures
she
that
was
I think.
I think she thought he's good looking. Was kind of looking for quick hookup there, but then she learned his backstory and then just felt bad for him. It was like, oh, nope.
Well, the thing is, it's a very small town, so he might be the best looking guy in the whole town. And Gracie is actually a nurse at the hospital, but that never becomes relevant or does anything to
Yeah.
anything.
Well,
And
that hospital there's not in the top. The hospital's in Spirit Lake, not Okoboji, which we actually have a different nickname for that town for Okoboji.
so this movie is obviously a lot more fun if you're actually from Minnesota and know the area and fish at Loon Lake. So she sees his wedding ring, so he has to tell her that his wife died. And Grace had a fiance, but he cheated. Once again, another detail in the story that does not come back or mean anything. And yeah, so they have dinner and 20 minutes away. Oh, that's why Scotty got confused. Iowa is mentioned 20 minutes away
Yeah,
across the border in Iowa.
yeah. See, Loon Lake is mile north of the border of Iowa.
Hmm. Do you suppose the
That's
prevalence of hardwood floors instead of carpet in the 70s and 80s had led to increased back problems? It says Canadian Spider-Man 2 DJ Play Nice. Anyhow. Oh, wait. I'm scrolling up
What?
because I don't have my cast list, so I'm going up to the cast list to
I
see
would
who
like
she
to
is.
say that I really enjoy this lady's performance.
Yeah, she's good. She is Gracie, played by Brittany Benjamin. And I don't know if she was in anything.
Well, she was in this.
Yeah, she was in this. And
she's great.
I guess
She's probably my favorite actor in this entire show.
Well, you know what Lewis is really bad at?
Except for the guy who had the rusty axe. He was great too.
He didn't really do much except
No,
had
it
somebody
took 3
poorly.
tries, but he finally got it done.
Okay, so who's Lewis? Nathan Wilson. He's bad at acting drunk. Cuz he's acting like he has vertigo here, but he's supposed to be drunk, I think. It's you didn't get that either, but yes, he is trying to act drunk because she wants to give him a ride and he's stumbling around, but not very drunkenly. It just looks like he has a nerve disorder or something instead.
But throughout that, like, I want to highlight the locations. Like, everything really looks great. It's shot terribly. Whoever the cinematographer is, they were or the director. Who directed this? Anyway, they had all of the resources available to them to make something really good, and they decided to shoot it as if it were an Arby's commercial. So this is the part of the movie where I'm just like, oh no, nobody knows what they're doing in terms of artistic creation. They're emulating things that they do not understand.
Apparently, his last movie was worse, Ansel for Rock, because
I've never seen it.
I didn't have a chance to do a lot of research, but one of the reviews that I did get a chance to see said, "Well, this time you can actually hear the people speaking." So, so it's
no, okay, well that's
good.
good.
So he improved.
That's good. Good for you, little guy.
Yeah, apparently.
So anyway,
cinematographer.
He had every availability, every option to in terms of his locations, and I think that he really, if there was a ball, he dropped it.
The cinematographer is Christopher Ling.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. So, and he's talking about how he doesn't believe in the ghosts or witches. And she says she doesn't really believe the legends either. And Emery's great grandfather
I hate the
executed
fact
Mary Jane.
I hate that it's like magenta and blue. Everything is magenta and blue.
Yeah.
It's so derivative of advertising. And then,
Hmm.
oh shit, this. All right, what's this?
Well, and so this is the pastor who is
Yeah.
played by the same guy as Emery. So, Grace, yeah. So there's this. What? Oh, there's this
Yeah.
story that says Mary Jane came back from the dead. Says Grace. The story goes, Pastor Jansen was out there giving her last rites, and then he does that. And then at night, the pastor prays at the church, and the church bell rings, and he asks the Lord for strength. Something bangs on the door. He opens it, but nothing's there. But as he returns, he sees Mary Jane. So, so he says to her, "Unclean spirit, I cast you out. This is the Lord's house." And Mary Jane says, "This is no one's house. With 3 chops, you killed
Right.
me. With 3 strikes across my resting bones, you woke me. And I
Sure.
will come for thee in 3 days' time." And Pastor Jason says, "Get thee behind me, Satan." And that's and then everything burns to the ground.
Of course, should.
Yeah.
It should. So yeah. No, I have never wanted to watch The Human Centipede so badly. Like I have to order it on Amazon Blu-ray. I want to get all of The Human Centipedes.
Do you mean, oh, okay, great. I have nothing to do with that. I'm not reviewing it. And so also Pastor Jensen survived the fire for 3 days and then he died. And after
Jesus.
that, everyone avoided the cemetery. And Lewis thinks the townsfolk need to get out more. Yep, me too. And so then he
Like
lets her use
that's
his
part of the reason that I get so frustrated with this movie is everyone's like pshaw. Every time something is brought up, everyone is like pshaw.
Yeah. Well, in real life, I'm like that, but within the scope of this movie, it's real.
I
So,
know.
yeah, nobody listens. So, well, and so what happens here is that Gracie pretends that she can't get a good reception on her phone, so she can use his phone to call her sister.
Like if you are anybody in the audience
No,
or anyone on the
Jill,
panel, if you want to be an actor, I think that you should look at this movie and say, you know what, I can do that.
she probably ain't kidding on that bad reception thing.
Oh, really? Okay, okay, then I'll believe her. I'll believe her. Either way, she has to go inside to wait for her sister. And so she calls her sister to come bring her car since she used his truck to drive him home. And so she's got to go get her car. It doesn't really mean anything either.
Yeah, because when I'm going home, I run into dead
You know,
spots even.
you know how I always say I love a movie where there's fun callbacks and things that happen that mean something later. This movie has none of that, except for birds keep dying.
Well, it's Loon Lake, Jill.
So let's see, and Greek
No,
letters
but
Larson is here.
no, wait. Hey, Greek letters.
What did you want to
No,
read
but I'm
this?
not gonna have as much fun right now. But like when they finally like they stab with an arrow, maybe they shoot with an arrow a loon into a tree,
Yeah.
and then the guy's like, "It's over there. You can check it out." That is my
Yeah.
favorite part of this entire movie.
Okay, we'll get there. We'll get there. We'll
Okay.
get to your favorite part eventually.
Okay.
Because right now, something is rustling in the dark. He's a little spooked out. And Grace's sister will, so be here soon. So when they get to the house, he doesn't even offer a drink or anything. And then she starts talking to him and he
Not even
falls
tea?
asleep. No, not even tea. Not even tea. And
See,
Grace,
yeah. What she should have done there when he passed out there is just put some headphones on him and put some Indian drum their music on loop for him to sleep to.
Oh, and would that work?
Yeah.
Of course. Of course, there are birds in Loon Lake. I'm guessing mostly loons. Yes, loons are calling. Loons are dying all over this movie, just
No,
dropping like flies.
the worst part about Loon Lake is that it's full of ducks.
There's actually a lot of ducks out there.
Have you
So-
not enjoyed the simple pleasures of Daffy Duke?
Okay, so Grace talks about wanting to move to the city to contrast Lewis trying to get away from the city. And her discussion fades as Lewis starts to dream that he's driving through the road and he sees his dead wife in the cornfield with her baby who died also because she was pregnant. And he sees
No, I
her dead
know.
with
And
blood again.
this doesn't make a bunch of sense. Because when she died, she was, it was in utero. Like, so the bebe was in her belly. And so that's how it went. But when he had visions, she was carrying the bebe. And so
Well-
it you know what? It kind of got narratively disjointed. And I was like, I get where you're going for, but you got to pick one. Is it in utero?
Oh, it's
or
out of
is it?
No, it made perfect sense to me because he's picturing that he was about to ready to have their family started, and he lost that, so that's a symbolism that he lost his son or his kid and his wife.
Yeah, I just wish they had chosen one.
She never actually gets to give birth. She dies while she's pregnant. But yeah, it would make sense that he dreams about what his baby might be. It doesn't bother me too much,
Yes.
but in the
Hayden
context
Christensen
of,
is Anakin Skywalker at the end of Return of the Jedi.
but it is out of order. You can at
Mhm.
least say that. Wait, I thought it was C plus. Now it's C sharp. Are you talking
It's
about
C
computer
minor.
programming language?
No, C
No,
power.
it's computer. No, C sharp. This is that's you call it C sharp when you're talking about the computer programming language. And I didn't realize William Shakespeare was talking about being lazy at getting better at C sharp or Python. I like Python. When instead I can write an entire automation system with a couple of dozen NT shell scripts using object-oriented logic. Of course, you want to use object-oriented logic because you can make your code more reusable because nobody likes spaghetti code. And I said that. So Canadian Spider-Man says, not in my Return of the Jedi. Oh, okay. And yeah, they're close cousins for sure. Yeah, I learned C++ when I was a kid. Well, not a kid, in college. That was the main programming language. But wait, let's get back to the movie. So Grace is talking about moving to the city. He sees his dead baby and his dead wife. And Grace gives Lewis her phone number and she leaves.
And next.
Yeah, exactly. Well, she moves slow. She takes it easy when she's falling for somebody. She doesn't want to scare him away.
Fucking bug nuts horny for him.
Yes,
she
is
wants everything to do with him until the plot says, okay, I'm leaving.
Yeah, lucky for her though. So Lewis goes to bed and he hears the threatening poem again. Kind friend, beware as you pass by. As you are now, so once was I. As I am now, so you must be. Prepare yourself to follow me. And this happens as.
Do you have any Jack Skellington clips?
They're on my computer, but they're not still.
You don't have them available. Okay.
They're not easily available, but if you have a particular one, I
just want any Jack Skellington.
Okay, so yeah, I can bring one up, but I don't know how to share it because I can't share audio. I can't really, unless.
What's the point of
Let me
Jack
see.
Skellington if you can't have audio?
Yeah, because StreamYard is still broken. So let me see. Let me see if it's still broken. So tell me if you hear an echo, okay? If you hear an echo, then we can't have Jack Skellington.
Just play the thing. If I don't talk, there's no echo.
No, because I don't have it in my StreamYard. And if I don't have the video in my StreamYard, you're gonna get an echo. If you get an echo when I share my screen, Just trust me. I can't play it unless there's no echo right now. So, do we get an echo? Do you hear
I
anything?
don't know. Play it.
No.
No echo. Really?
I heard it. I heard an echo.
There is an echo, but if you play it, just play it.
Scotty, you don't understand me. I need the screen to play the video. And if there's an echo, I can't share my screen. The only way I can share a video is if
the only thing is that when we talk, that's when the echo happens.
Okay.
I don't know if the echo happens when
No,
you are playing the video.
Okay, calm down for a sec. The only way I can do this.
I refuse.
The only way I can do this is if I upload a video. That's the answer. So I have to upload.
So this is too much effort. This is
that's what I was trying to say. That's what I was trying to say.
I was asking, and you went on the journey, and I apologize for wasting your time.
But now I kind of want to play one now that we wasted all this time.
So play one now that we've wasted all this time.
So I've got to find one here, and let's see.
What was the one I wanted?
You didn't ask for any specific one.
I just said video.
Yeah, just any Jack Skellington.
Jack Skellington, exactly.
Let's see. Movies. I should have Nightmare Before Christmas here. There it is.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so let's play. Oh.
That's how good this movie is, Gorilla, is that we're looking for Nightmare Before Christmas clips.
Oh, that's because, Scotty, that's because you encouraged it.
Yeah, well, also, I love the locations.
Yeah, you said that before.
Yeah. Now that
my goodness.
For that upload there though, that the church that they used in this movie here for the flashbacks to the 1880 there was actually filmed over in Worthington at Pioneer Village, and they used the church for that, where the Pioneer Village is where they took a bunch of the old historic landmarks there and stuff. Like, I think there's a school, there's the blacksmith shop, and all that other stuff. They moved it all to what they call Pioneer Village there. That you can pay the entry, you can tour around the old buildings. You know, you can learn about the frontier life and stuff. But they used the church that is in Pioneer Village there. I think they made a hefty donation to Pioneer Village, and they let them use the church.
Well,
you know what?
Nice,
I worked at a Renaissance festival for one summer, and then one day I just stopped showing up. And so
okay. And thanks everybody for telling me that StreamYard is still broken with the echo on the screen. So because of that, I had to upload these videos. That's the only way. And here we
anyway.
Whenever StreamYard does fix it, I have an idea to bring more videos in, but they have to fix it first.
Oh, look, what's this? The hanging mistletoe. They've got electric lights on strings and there's a smile in everyone. The smell of cakes and pies are absolutely everywhere. This empty place inside of me is filling up. I simply cannot get enough.
What's this?
What's this? There you go. That's the Jack you get. Now going back to the movie, we cut to Mary Jane cleaning an old organ.
Phrasing.
Okay.
That's the
We're not
Jack
doing
you
phrasing.
get. You can't say it like that.
Sure I can. I just did. So
All
Mary
right.
Jane and Pastor Jensen are delighted to have her help around the church, but he's like, why don't you come to church? But she doesn't attend because she's pagan, and he sees and manhandles her necklace and proceeds to he gets really creepy coming on to her. Not cool. He asks why she isn't married yet, but the thing is, he's married, so he's a creepy old man.
Yeah, I don't like how they portrayed the priest in here. They could have just made it where they made look like a fucking cheating man whore there, instead of a deeply faithful guy who doesn't believe in the pagan lifestyle. I think that would have been a better choice to go for in the movie.
They decided to make him a villain. They made him a villain here because he begins to grope her, and Mary Jane, rightly slaps him and runs off. And so, yeah, that is where they went. But I think the reason they did it is because, well, as we're going to see later, he loses his faith too, and maybe that's supposed to parallel somehow with Lewis losing his faith. But I don't know. Who knows? I don't really care. So, I heard.
But this is the thing. No, like the last time that I watched a movie that was about the pious losing faith, it was a movie called Doubt, and it starred Philip Seymour Hoffman and Meryl Streep, and I think it was Amy Adams. I'm not sure. Maybe not. Either way. And it was a questioning of the vile nature of man in the face of religion. And so are people who are committed to God still burdened with the frailty of being man? And the answer is yeah.
Yes.
So
yeah, it makes sense.
And so, and it is such a, and that's what this movie attempts to ape. It's like, oh no, look at me. I'm wearing a priest collar. I'm a villain. And it makes me squee. It's just like, oh, look at you trying to be poignant. You suck at this.
Well, yeah, and I didn't get that deep philosophy you just said. That didn't come through this movie for me.
I've seen better movies.
Yeah, that makes sense. So,
and I'm comparing this movie to good movies.
Okay, so Canadian Spider-Man says, I happen to know some rather nice pagans. Me too. Not only do I know them, I'm friends with one of them, and I stood in her wedding, and I wore a cloak and everything. It's actually why I own that dress that I use doubles as an outfit. Anyway,
the
witch one.
Muzz.
Yeah, so she's cool.
I would rather watch Dragnet starring Tom Hanks and Dan Aykroyd.
Well, we're not watching that right now. Right now we're watching Mary Jane add herbs to the fire in a little pagan ritual she's doing. And so the pastor arrives.
When does the chupacabra arrive?
To chase her around. I'm sorry I made you think there was a chupacabra. There's no chupacabra. But if you go to the San Antonio Zoo, there is a depiction of a chupacabra, and there's a whole exhibit for it, and it's like it's really there, but it's not. It's obviously fake. But it's fun that they actually pay homage to.
Oh, she looks like our
own our own legend. Okay.
She's fugly.
What? Oh, okay. It's a bit.
Oh, she's not that bad looking.
I think it's interesting
it's true.
I think I think actually that it's interesting that they didn't go with someone that was, erotic,
traditionally attractive.
She's more realistic, kind of.
I guess. Mm-hmm. Well, she looks great for a person who had their head cut off.
Well, I was gonna say she's not a chupacabra because she's not sucking anybody's blood, but maybe I'm wrong about that.
I'm glad you said blood.
So the men catch her, they chase her, and
they catch her, they cut her head off again, and no one cares. No one cares.
Well, this is before her head gets chopped off. She's
yeah. They did the flashbacks kind of like backwards.
Yeah, they did it all backwards. It's all out of order. And then they tie her wrists to the ceiling, and she won't confess to being a witch, and her wrists are bleeding. And Pastor Jensen is sure that she made a pact with Satan, but really, he's just mad he didn't get any.
It's pronounced Shaitan.
Well, he said she's a witch. He's just mad she didn't suck him off.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Then that's a more explicit version of what I just said.
The fuck? Gorilla shows up and he can start talking about blowjobs willy-nilly, but if I bring up blowjobs, all of a sudden people are all like, oh no, Scott's saying too much.
Oh no, Scott
Well,
is saying too much. Canadian
well,
Spider-Man says, okay, go ahead, Gorilla.
well, Scotty, in all fairness, their mind was actually in context with what we're talking about there. Mine was funny.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. I just out of nowhere, I just start saying fellatio. So
Yes, that's right. That's true. So he's sure that she cursed the land and the crops instead of considering that maybe the land just hasn't been tended properly or something.
Well,
So
it's there in the drought. There's a drought year.
Oh, right.
But
See,
I
wrote
I
these
forgot
notes.
about that.
I wrote these notes before I actually got to that, before they actually mentioned that. So
you know what?
forgot,
I
and
printed
forgot.
the entire almanac from that year, and I was looking at it, and you're absolutely correct. It was
Yeah, but it's kind of funny in these flashbacks. There's a lot of thunder and lightning, but they're in a drought.
And Canadian Spider-Man said some of the most famous Catholics have made pacts with the devil. The architect of Oh my God, what is going on, Gorilla? What's the problem? There's like
he
a
doesn't
sound.
like criticism of the Catholic Church.
No, there's like a
sound.
buzzing sound. There's like mosquito ate your microphone.
I thought it sounded like a whoopee cushion.
Yeah, like a whoopee cushion.
Is that better?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, for now, yes. So I'll let you know if
Okay.
it happens again. So some of the most the architect of Cologne Cathedral, for example, she's either a witch or a duck. Oh, there's my tribble. I found it, and my cat.
Ah, my God, we got tribbles, we got ducks. What the hell zoo is my in? All right, okay. You guys, you know what? You guys
Okay.
figure out your petting zoo. I'm gonna go have a cigarette. I'll be back in a second.
Okay, so it sounded like a big fly.
5
Maybe
minutes ago?
bee fly.
Yeah,
he
no,
did.
but I want now.
did. He's just-
Now I
he's
want to
just not-
smoke marijuana.
Oh, okay. So anyway, the other man there believes she's innocent, but the pastor insists that he must have bewitched her if he came to that conclusion. And Mary Jane denies being a witch, and he asks them to look for devil marks on her, and they apparently seem to be stabbing her with pitchforks. And if you do that, you're guaranteeing that you're going to find some kind of mark. So that's not fair. And this whole thing is stupid. And they're going to murder her for yeah. So Lewis wakes up.
Yes, this entire thing is stupid. I'm having a blast. I'm having a great time. I enjoyed this movie, but I did want to interrupt for an important news.
Oh, wait. Before you interrupt, if it's
A
an
Muppet
important
news
broadcast.
flash.
Wait a minute. Okay.
There is a friend of mine that I haven't spoken to in a long time, and I just wanted to ask her, Carol, cigarette or joint? The best part about this is that I know the answer. Anyway, you can play that bumper again.
Oh, you did. Okay. Hey, I don't know if Carol's listening, but hi,
Play it
Carol. I like
again.
Carol a lot. Okay.
I like Carol.
I just, we just don't hang out in the
Yeah,
same
but
places
play it.
anymore.
Play it. Anyway, that was for her. Thank you. I'm gonna go
You're
have a
welcome.
cigarette and a joint.
Oh, she chose both? Okay, great.
She always
Carol,
does.
what's cool? Ooh. And I think it's attacking. I know the fly is attacking. We did hear the fly again, Gorilla. Just letting you know. I don't know what's causing it or what's going on. It happens briefly, and it's briefly disturbing, and then it goes away. So it's not the worst thing, but it's kind of like if you can stop it.
First time I got that complaint here.
Well, we do have
I
production.
unplug my headphones.
There it is. There it is again. It goes rah, 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 or something. But
All right, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I can't tell, says Canadian Spider-Man. Well, I'm very sensitive to noises on my stream, as you can tell if you watch the entirety of my Simpsons review yesterday, and we saved Jet Sparks from a potential future fire. What? Because he fixed his alarm, his smoke alarm detector. Sounds like the loons are attacking. Yeah, okay. Every time that happens, we're gonna say the loons are attacking. So Lewis wakes up after seeing all of this town history, and things become tense, and the door closes on its own, and things bang around. So spooky things are happening. They're supposed to be spooky anyway. And he looks outside, and there's a cornfield. Oh yeah, that's a good idea, right? I should do that. There you go. Thank you. And so he looks around, and he hears children, like teenagers. So he decides to check it out and yell at them. And he kills a mosquito looking for them. And he taunts them to come out, saying Tito and Pepe are waiting for them because he has named his muscles. And anyway, he can't seem to find the children, so he goes back inside.
Didn't he run through the cornfield?
Yeah, he does. I did say that. Someone's in the cornfield.
I can tell you right now that now he made the mistake of running through the cornfield. That was a big mistake, especially if he didn't shower right after. That corn dust is no joke. Well, at least he had clothes on when he ran through the cornfield there. That's no fun to get all over your skin.
So you sound like somebody who has been in a cornfield.
Oh, I've got streaking through a cornfield.
Streaking. Oh yeah, because you did say at least he had clothes on. Was it a dare? Were you playing truth or dare?
No, not quite a dare. It's more of a baseball bat coming after me.
Wait a minute. Oh my god. Gorilla? Okay. You were somewhere you were not supposed to be.
Well, let's just say her dad doesn't like me. It doesn't like me.
That makes sense.
We'll
Yes.
leave it that one.
Yeah. That's funny. He can't find them. So yeah, there he goes. He goes back inside, and someone gets in a car and drives away. And but oh, before we get to this morning scene, we did cut to somebody under his bed. Somebody was lurking under his bed. And yeah, Spidey says it does sound like flies and needs to be reset after a power disruption. Oh, that's a good idea.
Well, there are flies flying around here.
Yeah, there's another one. Day 2. So we're on day 2. The next morning he goes and he looks outside with his coffee.
Yeah.
And another dead loon. Oh yeah, Gorilla, you're hilarious, my friend, he says. Trick or treat with a baseball bat. Sounds lovely. Tell us more about it. Well, it was a little bit of a different kind of trick or treat. Gorilla had made a lady friend, and his apparently her dad didn't like him. And so we see another dead loon. It's nailed to a tree this time. And so basically the ghost of Mary Jane really hates loons, and its entrails are even hanging out.
Yeah.
And so Emery denies seeing or hearing anything last night. He says loons are the state bird, so he's disgusted that someone's done that. Me too. He says, so Emery thinks kids must have done it, which follows all the boys giggling in the cornfield, but the only thing that nixed that is that it doesn't explain the creepy person under Lewis's bed. And Lewis talks.
Here's the thing. How many I think every generation says kids these days are just worse there. Like we always keep saying that each generation just get worse and worse, and like no respect for the all that stuff. I think every generation said that since the beginning of time.
Yes. Yeah. Well, but he actually heard kids giggling, and there was somebody who drove away. So there probably were teenagers messing around somewhere that he just couldn't find. And so He also tells Emery about his wife who died in a car accident 3 months ago. And Emery lost his wife 5 years ago, married for almost 60 years, didn't quite make it to 60. And this is actually the actual moment we learned that her name, what does her name end up being? Ashley. Ashley was pregnant, and because it wasn't clear whether she was pregnant or not. She was just holding a baby before. But we know that now. And he also says that now he's lost his faith. And Emery says that's a sad way to live. And Canadian Spider-Man says, pretty sure it's illegal to kill loons in Canada, with it being our national animal. Funnily, we can trap beavers, though.
Yeah, I think it's illegal loons here. Then, Scurvy here says, I said stay away from my daughter from her chasing gorilla through a cornfield.
Yes. Yeah, he has a pitchfork too, probably. And so then we see that accident. We see a bit of it. And we see the aftermath of the accident, actually. Yeah, she's got blood everywhere and everything.
Yeah, we never see the actual accident. We see the aftermath.
Right. I had that mistaken. So creepy horror music plays, so he stops his car. But actually, he stops because he sees something in the fields and decides it's his job to investigate. And he sees his wife, Ashley, and their baby, their unborn baby. But in this case, we see it born. And it's begun to storm. And he starts to once again run through the cornfields, chasing the image of his dead wife. And we get an overview shot of it.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about those drone shots like that. That was filmed with a regular, four rotor drone there. But I don't know how I feel about the circling the circle fields. Like, I don't hate it. It's not like it's the Dutch angle there or the Parkinson's cam.
I like Dutch angles.
I absolutely hate them.
I think they set a mood, or they make you feel a certain way. I think they're okay. I think the overhead is actually probably one of my favorites. I kind of like the
overhead one. There's not too bad there.
I
just think the cinematography of all of this is so flat.
Yeah, I can say. Well, I think, yeah, it doesn't flow together very well. I think I can
like this. You know what? I am so much more enthralled by looking at this dinette set. Like, this looks
I don't
amazing.
know. Like, what's the tiny trash can bucket?
I like the tiny trash can bucket. That's where I put my cigarette butts.
Yeah, or either it's trash can, or maybe you put a candle in it to keep the mosquitoes away.
Oh yeah, citronella candle.
Well, it could be a mosquito repellent there. Sure. Catch rainwater for the flowers.
But this looks
or berry bucket.
I complain about the cinematography, but this is stark. This is good. This is a beautiful shot.
Yeah.
I think it is artistic.
So
Dutch or whatever.
The weird thing about this scene is that when he finally runs out of the cornfield, he doesn't go to his truck. He runs directly to the home he's staying at. So he just leaves his truck wherever. Like, okay, I don't care.
No, it's in the driveway. Yeah, no, it's in the driveway. It's just halfway down the driveway.
I thought it was in the cornfield.
I guess. Yeah. Okay. The corn. He was already on the land. It just didn't seem like a driveway. It seemed like the road.
You know what? I wouldn't be able to. I wouldn't make it in Iowa.
I guess what it is that this place just has a lot of land, and so it was just still part of the land.
Here we got quarter-mile long driveways also.
That makes sense then. Thank you for explaining that, because it just seemed like he left it in the middle of the road. So then he showers and the power goes out.
This is where Superman was raised.
Hey, welcome to rural electricity right there.
Oh my God. Are all of your curtains, shower curtains, so moldy?
Hey, Where's my equal representation? If I see him topless, I want to see
No!
that gal topless.
You won the World Series. Canadians can make fun of you now.
So he's stumbling around in the dark, and he's using his phone as a flashlight. And
That's a bad call. You know
Yeah,
what? Gorilla, do you have a flashlight?
Yeah, why wouldn't I?
Yeah, exactly. Like,
The
if
power
you're
line's
in a
been knocked
horror
out all the
movie, are
time
you
for-
using a real flashlight or are you using your phone?
Well, my phone's more handy half the time.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It's
but
right
it's
with
a
you.
shitty
in the kitchen.
flashlight.
I got flashlights in the kitchen. I got flashlights on my power jumpers.
I bet you have a flashlight hooked to your left sock right now.
Yeah, I have a lot of flashlights too, but maybe not.
Where are
that
your
many.
flashlights, Jill? Where is the
They're in-
closest flashlight?
My closest actual flashlight is somewhere in the kitchen, probably. There might be one in this room, but I don't know where it is.
Oh, well, that's bad.
My closest
yeah, it is
one's
bad.
above the
Where's your
dryer in
phone?
the kitchen.
Like 2 inches from me. So
So you have that flashlight.
Yeah, I use my phone as a
Okay,
flashlight.
then I'm sorry for yelling. Yeah, no, I
Yeah,
guess it's the
it's fine.
most. I don't know.
It's close by.
I have
It's
2
convenient.
flashlights and they're hooked together with chains, and I use them like nunchucks. It's a constant. It's a dance party wherever.
So
I
we've
go.
got to say, okay, we've got. Okay, so Scotty constantly has flashlights. This is something we
Yes.
now know. Wes
Yes.
Cagle says, "Go Dodgers, America!"
Yeah, I love LA.
Hello and
Yeah,
welcome to Wes
congratulations.
Cagle.
This is the thing. Like, you know what? My ex is so invested in the Toronto Blue Jays. And so as soon as I found out that the Brooklyn Dodgers won the World Series, I sent her on her, public acknowledgement system. I sent her I Love LA by Randy Newman. And so right now, if you are a fan of baseball, ladies and gentlemen, I would recommend that you post I Love LA by Randy Newman wherever you can.
Good job teasing your ex-girlfriend, Scotty. Canadian
Thank you.
Spider-Man says, USA, USA,
USA.
USA.
I'm a big fan. I do enjoy the USA. In fact, you know what? I want to see a Trump Carney meme about Los Angeles winning. Even though I know Trump doesn't like Los Angeles, but he's going to take credit for an American
So to shift
team.
away from that, Canadian
Well,
Spider-Man
what?
says, I have
All right.
a flashlight by the door and 3 in to-go bags. Well, it's a little late for Gorilla, and we want to stick with the movie a bit.
Oh, flashlight.
Yeah, flashlight. Flashlight by the door and 3 in to-go bags.
No, I'm sorry. I was talking about fleshlights.
Okay, so he goes downstairs. He fusses with the fuse box to get the lights back on.
I know.
So he hears something stomping around, and he drops his phone and he just leaves it there with the flashlight on. So the battery is going to drain very quickly. So as soon as he makes it upstairs, the storm calms down. Something then begins creaking again. So he yells and then runs upstairs.
No, he's in a
Well, he kept
towel
hearing- he
this
kept hearing,
entire
like,
time.
footsteps on the ground is the thing. He just kept hearing the footsteps.
No, but he's in a towel type or
Yes.
gorilla.
He is in a towel because he was in the shower and he didn't want to get dressed because he's
So
creeped out by something.
No, I want to know. How far do you think that you could run with a towel around your waist? And I know
it
you're
depends
a
on how
lady.
secure the towel is. It has to be very secure.
There is no towel that could be that secure, considering the
Scott-
amount of running that this boy does.
Well, Scotty, I can't tell you because I always skip the towel part. So
You just run bottomless? You're like Bart Simpson?
oh,
Like,
hey,
no, I think it's ridiculous for anybody to run around in a towel. There is no running in a towel. The towel is coming off as soon as you start to run.
It's definitely
And
impractical. I would have gotten dressed.
and this is the thing with this movie. I'm fine with everything up until this point. But it's like,
Really?
oh, he's running in a towel.
This is what kills the movie for you.
This
The
is
fact that
what
he won't
kills
get
the
dressed.
movie. Yeah. So
Euler
anyway,
Greg,
keep going.
please. Euler Greg, hello. Hello to Euler Greg is here. Yay.
hey,
Hey,
how's
Greg.
it going?
Astros took a year off to let the other teams have a chance. I knew Scotty was going to go there, says Canadian Spider-Man.
I like to go places.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, Spidey. You'll have to speak up. I'm wearing a towel. Homer Simpson. Oh my God, Spidey. Scotty sent me that joke earlier too because of this scene. And the reason why he sent me that joke is because of this next scene coming up. Because after he freaks out, somebody's knocking on the door and it's Gracie. And this they kind of do a fake out where you think it's gonna be the ghost or something. But which was kind of
Towel's still on.
yeah, the towel's still on. She's pursuing him again. She wants to feed him dinner.
She's very, very attractive.
She brought him some food.
But also, you know what? And it was at this point when it was like she was sort of like, "Oh, wow. You're wearing a towel." And I was vicariously through her being like, "Holy shit, you know what? He does work out."
Yeah, he says, "Let me put some clothes on." And
she's like,
"Hey,
"No.
hey, it's your place. Do
You
what
can do
feels
whatever
good."
you want." Yeah.
Yeah, do what feels good. She's totally okay with him hosting her without any pants.
So this is when I stopped watching the movie and started masturbating.
He knows someone is around, but she didn't see anything. She thinks he's scared of the wind and he's just a chicken shit city boy, but she likes him anyway. And Greek Letters Larson says, "I've had to run with the towel once, and I can confirm you run faster without the towel."
There's a lot of slapping.
Wes Cagle says, "Women have it even harder trying to run with the towel. That boob tuck is never gonna hold in a sprint." That's true. That's true. Well, yeah, because we have to worry about the top and the bottom. There's just
all right. We're all gonna go to an island and we're gonna have towel races.
Of course, running without a towel creates all sorts of different problems.
Yeah, exactly. Where do you
especially
wash
through
them?
a cornfield? There, Greek letters, especially through a cornfield.
Oh yeah, one time when you were away, you missed the story of where Gorilla was having a time with the lady, and her dad interrupted and chased him out of the house, and he ran through a cornfield.
Naked?
And, apparently, it's not pleasant to run through a cornfield naked. Yes.
Okay, I'll avoid it.
So Canadian Spider-Man says, "Now we have to make a movie with naked people running through a towel factory." Wow, so many ideas tonight.
Well,
That's why.
Spidey, it looks like we're gonna create the Weinstein Company.
Hey, Spidey, with VO3 and Sorrow, you can make that movie.
Oh, Eugene Bird says B cups have a fighting chance. Hell's yes. You know what? I want to be a big advocate. I enjoy all of the cups, from A's to double G's. I celebrate all the cups. Anyway, back to the cornfields.
He's considering that he crossed her grave too many times and that he's woke up Mary Jane. So he's gone from not believing to now he's believing in this. And Gracie said
he just decides.
He just decides he believes it now. That they would But she says that there have been lots of kids who jumped across that grave more than 3 times, and that I think she's trying to say that they didn't die.
What's his
And she
job?
randomly so not everybody who crosses their Mary Jane's grave dies, but some of
No,
them
but
do.
what does he do for a living? I forget.
He's a sports writer in a newspaper.
Oh, right. So,
He's a
okay. So he's an idiot.
He's
Right.
he's John from Garfield.
Sure. He is. He needs a cat.
He needs a cat who likes lasagna. So she randomly screams to startle him, and after dinner, they relax on the couch.
Anyway.
Yeah, anyway, they're relaxing on the couch. She wonders why he's there all alone and not with family, and he reveals he's an orphan, which also doesn't play into anything at all. Ever.
No.
And he met Ashley, so he was gonna build a family with her. So I guess if it means anything, it means he's all alone, and he was about to have a family, but it all went asunder when she died. And
Well, and also this guy's a sub. Like if you look at the two of them, like she's in control.
She is dominating, and she is pursuing him. He's not pursuing her.
Well,
Right.
Scott, he just he just buried his wife. I don't think he's in the mood to get it up for at the moment.
How long ago was it? No, I remember that she got into a car accident and she was pregnant at the time. But how long ago was that? Was it like
3
6
weeks.
months?
3 weeks.
3 weeks. Okay, so you're right. You're right. I'm being crude.
Yes,
I apologize.
thank you. But what else is new? So the 4 days he was snowed in with his wife during Christmas were some of the greatest days of his life, and so he's telling her about this. And Ashley
3 weeks.
died on the way home from a church meeting while Lewis was still at work. And we find out later that he kind of blames himself for being too busy, I guess.
And I get mad at the crazy lady who is throwing it herself at me. My wife died 3 weeks ago, and all of a sudden you want to turn everything into a pornography.
So he cries, if that's he does start crying. And then he says, if that's the way God is, cruel and malignant, I choose not to put my faith in him any longer. And so she has a logical answer for this. Okay. Also the thing that doesn't make sense.
Okay. So we don't get the logical answer?
Hold on. I'll say it in a minute. But I
All
also said here that Mary Jane doesn't go after everyone who crosses her grave. So that is an important point. It would seem to me.
Who does she go after?
I don't know, like whoever she wants,
Like
I guess.
everybody?
Like she's very selective.
If you're a character in this movie,
there's no
then
rules.
Mary Jane will come after
What I'm
you.
saying is that there's no specific rules of when she's actually going to come after you.
That's fine. She's, you know what? It took a lot of.
It's actually not really even very clear whether she's good or evil, because I mean, there's lots of indications that she's evil.
At the end, you
but
think that she's
she
okay.
says, no, yeah, I mean, anyway, they have a theological debate about the existence of the devil, and he finally admits that he does believe in God and the devil. So he's not, he says he's lost his faith, but he does believe. It's very self-contradictory.
This is one of my
wait
problems.
Wait a minute. I'm still finishing
All right,
this.
fine. You did the research. You go.
Well, no, it's not research. It's just that she finds this out by concluding that if you didn't believe in anything, you wouldn't be frightened by the idea of ghosts. And so he hasn't really lost his faith. And so that kind of tears us under the actual meaning of the movie. It's
no gorilla shush.
Well,
she'll shush you.
Well, Jill,
No,
I don't think
I'm
that's Jill, I don't think that's contradictory. I think he claims that. I thought the way I interpreted it is that he claims he lost the faith, but she got his mind going there. If he believes in ghosts and if he believes in this, and she kind of bringing him back to believing.
That's what I just said.
There, it's like
that's what I just said. No, I'm sorry, gorilla. Well, I mean, what I mean to be contradictory is that he says he lost his faith, but
well, Jill,
but
gorilla. What if
it's
because
I'm saying the same thing.
but
that
he
she's
lost his faith, right? And then he's just coming back to it.
No, he never lost it. He's just mad. He's just mad about it. But it's because he's frightened of this ghost story.
Do you guys
It proves that he has a thing.
okay, so the thing is that whenever you have one of these movies where people die and then there's a representative from the afterlife and they show up and they say, "Hey, I'm from the afterlife. You're an angel?" Sure. And then and at that point, because you have established the idea that there is an afterlife, it kind of takes away the danger of death. It's like, oh, okay, I'll die and then I'll see what's after, because there is an afterlife. If I am proven a god or a devil, then that means that there's an afterlife. So I'm not so afraid of death.
But it does take you away from people that you care about, and then you don't really know what that afterlife
What are
is
you
really
talking
gonna
about?
be
I don't know
like.
what I can do in the afterlife. I'm just saying that it
That's what
confirms.
that's what I just said.
Jill, if I die,
That's what I just said. I just said
you know what?
that
No,
that you don't
Cardinal
know what
Sin
the
right now
afterlife.
is standing behind me and clapping because he is still you don't know what he's up to. He's
That's what I'm
fucking having a
saying.
Mountain
That's
Dew and
why,
he's patting me
and
on the back.
that's why death is still a thing you don't want. It's because even if you
I
believe in
don't
an
want
afterlife,
it. I'm not craving it.
even if can you not let me finish one sentence ever? So anyway, I just wanted to say the reason why being in the you still don't want to die is because being in the after you don't know what it's like to be in the afterlife, and so obviously you're not going to want to be a part of something you're not so sure about yet.
All
I
that they
forgot what I was
do is
gonna say
play
because
Rush.
you really can't stop.
No.
So, what's a pangolins? I guess people are
Well,
talking about
I'm
that
gonna ask
in the chat.
Scotty a question here because Spidey here asked me if the lake has any pangolins. I don't know what that pangolin is.
Pangolin?
Oh, pangolins. Tony Down Under says, "Heyo, how's it hanging, everyone?" Hello, Tony.
Hey, Tony from Down Under. I'm hanging in the gravitational pull of the northern atmosphere. And so you must be hanging in the southern hemisphere. Up
So
and down.
he's glad she's there because he doesn't want to be alone. And so they both fall asleep next to each other on the couch. And he
Canadian
begins.
Spider-Man says Scotty really cuts Jill off.
Yeah. Yes. Well, and it's interesting to talk about that kind of thing. And it was an interesting topic, and I wish I could remember what I wanted to say, but it's fine. Pangolin.
So is this
Pangolins
the
are
movie?
well, no. Gorilla wants to know what a pangolin is.
A
What is a
pangolin is like it's like an armadillo, but it's a bird.
Yes. That's not a bird.
No, it's an armadillo bird. A pangolin.
I've never seen one of those.
It looks like an armadillo. Yeah.
I thought they had beaks. They're
Well,
gross.
anyway, he begins to dream of the cornfield again, and the dead loon.
Oh wait, Tiger Stripes knows. A pangolin
Oh.
is a tree anteater.
Oh, hi. Hi, Tiger.
They are precious.
A tree anteater. Yeah, they're pretty cute. So there's the dead loon again.
No. They're fugly.
They're like what they look like to me are kind of like the Pokemon. I forget which.
Oh,
Pokemon
yeah.
that digs underground. The sand.
Looks like Bowser. It looks like Bowser.
No, it looks like the sand shrew Pokemon. And so we cut back to the past with Pastor Owen Jansen, and Lena is saying that he doesn't see his faith in she doesn't see his faith in his sermons any longer. And Lena says something dark has coiled around Jansen.
All of this acting is bad.
It's terrible. He's changed and no longer sees the best in others. His wife is now frightened.
Yes.
And Jason says that their son
Waka waka
said there
waka.
was okay. So their son said there's no God, and he self-deleted. These words have haunted
No.
him since, and now he wonders if his son was onto something. So we can parallel his loss of faith.
What if
Well, his
we
son,
all
well, his son,
self-delete?
well, I think the
Well,
problem
that
was
would be a bad
more
idea.
like his son said that. Well, his son said that there was no God there. Then his son took his own life for some reason.
Well,
Yeah, that's correct. And
when you
so
find out there's no God.
Jansen has forgotten that Samuel's death has also affected Lena too, and she says it was a test from God, I guess like Job. But Jansen does
Oh
not
yeah,
agree.
Job's great.
Lena says there's no hope anymore if he doesn't believe anymore, and that he's forsaken the people, and the darkness that's descended on us is all due to you, she says. So he's going to take a walk, but before he takes a walk, I do want to more correctly say hello to Tiger Stripes. And I hope you're having a good night tonight. It's getting cold here in BC, and it's time to head to Queensland soon. Wow. I was telling Jill how good the espresso barbecue sauce was. Oh man. I gotta go up there one day and try it. And maybe visit Tyron and Lenny sometime. I mean Lenny. Tyron and Rennie. Not Lenny. I was thinking about Lena.
Lenny and Carl?
Kirby.
No. No, Lena, this lady, she's the wife. Oh, wait a minute. What do you Tiger Stripe says, I'm glad you determined that. I feel like we couldn't decide in the moment much because it was interesting. Yeah. Good barbecue. It's always great. And so, did you want to say something to Lemon Pie, Gorilla?
No, I just said lemon. I call him Scurvy.
Oh, okay. Yes.
And
I
I
know that.
call Lemon. Lemon!
Yes, we don't know a lot about Samuel, just that he also lost his faith and
Oh, what if it's
deleted.
Sam? What if it's Sam?
Well,
Beckett.
then he failed at saving this particular priest.
Yeah.
No, that would not make any sense. No. So he takes a walk.
So it's
and
not Sam, is what you're saying.
It's not Sam.
Okay.
So he takes a walk. He sees Mary Jane performing a pagan ritual where she's actually asking for the rain, not trying to curse the fields. And she says that God is in nature. So he flips things around and starts blaming the darkness that Lena feels on Mary Jane. And she says that's why the crops don't. And he says that's why the crops aren't growing anymore. And then Mary Jane says, the darkness here is that which stirs within you. Look upon yourself, pastor, the leader of this community, the shepherd to this flock, forsaken and corrupted. And you blame me for this crop. Basically, she's calling him out for being a dirty, perverted adulterer, but he lies and denies it, and says that she tempted him because she's a witch and she beguiled
Well,
him.
this is how you make a witch. Yes, I get it.
Yes, this is probably how people were accused of being witches.
No, when religious folk yell at independent women in the 1700s, that makes them witches, and then you cut their head off clumsily, and then they come back to fuck with the modern people, and it's like, I had nothing to do with this. We've evolved. We've done stuff. We've made sure that women can be independent and do their own stuff. And it's like, I'm sorry that you got your head clumsily removed.
Yeah.
But it's not our fault. And yet these witches, they come back nowadays and they're all like, oh no, you must pay for the violent crimes of the 1740s. And it's like, no, whatever. I don't care if it was 19-3. And it's like, whatever. Why are you yelling at me, you crazy ghost?
Well, okay, that's good. Thank you, Scotty. Canadian Spider-Man says she's not a witch, she's a duck from Monty Python. And so she decides to use
the duck.
She decides to use the blood of a dead loon to revitalize the crops, and her pagan rituals demand dead dead animal sacrifices. So he makes like he's going to stop her from stabbing the loon, but then he joins her in stabbing it. So West Kegel says, "Don't forget the clocks this evening, people. We got an extra hour tonight. Yippee!
I fucking
Yay,
loathe.
mother effer.
Yeah, I can't
Yay.
wait until the sun goes down at 4:30 p.m.
Yay!
Well, it's got to get
Yay!
distracted. I'm
more.
losing that extra
Yeah,
hour I
I
was
like-
supposed to sleep.
Yeah, the extra hour I get to sleep. I don't mind the darkness. I like the dark.
My sleep schedule is rarely altered.
Oh man, and thank you to Matt G for the $1 super chat. So let's play a couple little videos here for West Kegel. You know what I'm gonna play.
Sir, I protest. I am not a merry man.
Tell him he is a pretty cat. And a good cat.
I will feed him.
And for Matt G, we'll play. What will we play for Matt G? We're gonna play. Not that.
Oh, can you give me a little Bailey quarters?
Oh, sure. That's a great idea. Let's see.
I did it!
I will feed him. Yes. Glad you like that, West Kegel. I never set an alarm, so I don't care, says Canadian Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's true.
You're lagging behind over there. We changed the hour last week over here, says Greek letters. Larson. Truth. Yeah. Great. And so, yes, dad, animal sacrifices and everything happening. And so he's gonna
No, you
okay,
gotta put
so-
the slides back up. You gotta put the slides back up.
Yes, I do. Thank you. And so after the ritual, she kisses him, and apparently she says that's part of the ritual, and now the rains will come.
Yes.
But they don't.
And
she says that he says that
it's
she's
you know what?
bedeviled.
It's fun to see mildly attractive people kissing.
Well, and
they're not
Jansen
conventionally attractive, but you know what? They're real people.
Okay. Well, and he says that she's bedeviled him, and she says you were willing. Your son Samuel was always willing, so she's egging him on that the same thing happened with Samuel, and so of course he's angry about it, and he's going to destroy her now. So she said, now that obviously because now he thinks that she has something to do with Samuel's death, which is possible. I have no idea. The story never reveals that to us directly. Mary Jane says, "Go ahead. If I am a witch, I will do more harm to you than anything you could do to me. Warn the town about me, and I will burn your church to the ground, torture me, and you will know such pain as you have never imagined. Kill me, and I will rise from the grave and drag you back to hell with me." So she knows she's going to hell, so I guess
Take thy beak from out my heart.
Nice. Yes. The Raven. Well, yes. This is like not a good a story as the Raven. Both ghost stories though. About both ghost stories about a lost love.
Yeah.
And
hot diggity.
Yeah. As he runs
but
away.
This is obviously the lesser of any of these artistic endeavors.
Definitely. Jansen says, "I rebuke you. God is on my side." And Mary Jane says, "Is he? I thought you rebuked him." And then he runs away and she laughs. And that's when our friend Lewis wakes up. Or he thinks he wakes up. And Gracie is woken and left the couch. Okay, hold on. I guess that's going to happen in a second here. I've got to catch up with my notes. Let me get the glow.
Oh, no.
And so somebody's at the door. It's Ashley, but she doesn't look so good. She asks if she can come in.
She doesn't look so good.
And we get the jump scare. And this
No, I want. Yeah, no, Ashley looks great. What do you
Lewis
think?
begins
She doesn't look so good. Why are you jealous?
and Lewis begins to choke the demon disguised as his wife, but it turns out he was asleep the whole time and was choking Gracie in his sleep. And of course, when he realizes he
Oh my
stops.
God! So we're
okay,
not
so we
doing
find out
phrasing.
Gracie. So Gracie may be kinky, but she's just not into choking.
Right.
Well,
No.
she likes Gracie likes spanking.
Yeah, probably.
Anyway, great. It's daylight
Of course,
now.
he stops. Okay, so that's the end of Gracie pursuing Lewis. He tries to
Did she
apologize.
die? What happened?
No, she runs away from the man who tried to kill her.
Oh, but she was a zombie.
Well, she's not a zombie. Gracie's not a zombie.
What?
Ashley's
No, the picture of the individual that you just showed me was clearly possessed by some sort of demonic force.
Yeah, but that's Ashley, not Gracie.
Yeah.
So where did she go?
Ashley was just in his Ashley just manifested in his dream.
All right.
Yeah, so she like he tries to tell her that it was a misunderstanding that he doesn't get to explain himself.
Well,
She
hence
runs
the
away.
extended arms. Yeah, no, I understand.
Yeah. There's yeah, so she goes. She's gone.
And now he is checking his lottery ticket.
Yeah, there's a video on his phone of the woods, and he sees a dark figure.
A dark figure.
Emery comes to check on Lewis and cannot see the figure in the video.
Big shout out to Nexpo.
Now Lewis is worried even more about.
Oh, I hate this guy.
And believes that Mary Jane is after him. Emery says that they.
Oh no, but he sucks.
Emery says that they filled Lewis's head with nonsense. And Emery has the story. He has a different story that's different from the one that.
What's the name of that pedophile from England who was like a he was all up in the things. He looks like this guy.
I don't know what you're talking about, but
well, this guy just gives off those vibes.
Well, in this particular instance, though, he's not actually doing any of that. He's has a different story from the one that's being implanted in Lewis's dream.
Well,
so
but spoilers, he works for the witch.
Yeah, well, it's not spoilers because he cleans the gravestones. The people at the bar said that, and apparently he's Jeb, but that's never actually connected.
How do you?
But I learned that from Gorilla. I don't know. Just make sure there's not moss on it. Yeah, maybe.
Like scrub. You have to use like toothbrushes.
Toothbrushes, soap and water.
Makes sense.
Okay, that makes sense.
Sure.
Actually, I have cleaned a cemetery.
What?
Before.
You've cleaned a tombstone?
I have.
Yeah,
so
have I.
I have.
Yeah, I did it. I did it as volunteer work. When I was a kid, I liked to volunteer stuff.
We go clean the family's gravestones every year on Memorial Day.
You know what? I have never cleaned a gravestone.
You're the only one on this panel who hasn't cleaned a gravestone.
Well, that's because I have no respect for the dead or the living.
Well, that's clear. So anyway, Emery's telling a different story about what happened to the church and why it got burned down. He says that my great-great-grandfather was a pastor and that he and the rest of the township accused some poor misunderstood girl of witchcraft, saying she cursed the land. So they killed her and buried her at the lake thinking it would solve their problems, but it didn't. And so
well, it didn't work out.
Yeah. And have a good night, DJ.
DJ Play Nice is going to bed. Let's see. Have a great night, and all y'all be safe, have fun, take care of your crew, and rock. And I hope you sleep well.
Good night, DJ Play Nice. And when you get the jittery leg in the middle of the night, you won't know when it's coming. Imagine that it's because I grabbed your feet.
Why would you say that? I don't understand.
Well, because I want DJ Play Nice to like get freaked out and be like, "Oh my God, Scott got my feet."
Yeah,
it's kind of like it's an adult version of "Got Your Nose."
Yeah, but no, you're gonna give him nightmares. And Canadian Spider-Man says, "I had a girlfriend choke me in bed once. I elbowed her during a nightmare and woke up with her on top of me. Not like that, Scotty."
See, why am I getting in trouble?
You know, the last beau elbowed me in bed and gave me my first and so far only black eye. I didn't mind much. I'd kind of always wanted one. Yeah, that's kind of a funny reason to get one too.
So a guy, no, we have to finish. We have to finish the movie before I can tell that joke.
Okay. So there he goes, and I clean my mother's memorial plate when I visit her grave, but that's not a headstone. That is freaky, Scotty. Yeah, that is freaky. How dare you do
I
that
am.
for DJ?
I love being freaky.
Okay.
What's wrong with freaky?
Wow.
Well.
Anyway. So, wait a minute. What's happening here? He's praying.
Well, you've currently, transferred to decap.
Okay. Yeah, I guess so.
Oh my God.
Are we not? Oh, back when
you guys keep talking about the movie because I'm just
okay. So
yes,
Scotty, every time you leave, you can just put it in the private chat.
All right.
Because you're just leaving a whole lot, and it takes up time.
I'm not leaving.
Well, yeah, you are.
I was.
Oh, you're not.
No. I was asking you guys if it would be a good idea to purchase the entire series of Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Scotty, I have the entire series.
1:30 in the morning for me.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Buy whatever cartoons you want. If it's not relevant to the movie, save it for after the review. Okay.
Yes.
Like write down every time you want to say something crazy, and we'll talk about it later.
Okay.
But I do want to talk about that though. I hope I remember.
Yes.
So we're almost there. So I know I wrote about this, but I guess I lost it. But anyway, he's pleading with God to keep the church from being burned to the ground. Okay, so he's praying to God, talking to him about how he killed the witch for him and lamenting that his son is damned. And he pleads with God to keep the church from burning to the ground as the witch promised you would do. But no, in this case, Emery thinks that the ghost stories are baloney. So in real life, he's right, but in this movie, it's real, and he thinks that the pastor burned the church to the ground.
Yeah,
$37.
Well, what it was is the priest was saying, if you are real, you'll stop this church from burning, and then he sets the church on fire.
Yeah, that's so stupid. So he's seriously considering arson. And so this is actually Emery's story as to how the church burned to the ground, but that makes no sense why he would burn the church to prove that God isn't listening to him any longer. And that's so crazy pants.
What are you talking about? No, I was fine with that. I was fine with that.
You were? Because that's like saying I'm going to commit a crime, and if you can't stop me, then I don't believe in you anymore, God.
But that's the hubris of the crime. I thought that was actually quite powerful.
This is how Emery decides to remember his ancestor.
Oh, great.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
By the way, $35. $37. Sorry.
$37 for I do like it.
For the Bullwinkle.
Yeah, the Rocky and Bullwinkle. That's great. Okay. So
the host has muted me.
So Lewis says
yes.
Lewis says people have died, Emery.
What does Lewis say?
And Emery says it's all coincidences, superstition, and ignorance. And when I was a kid, someone dared Bill Hopkins to walk across the grave 3 times. 3 days later, he died, but it wasn't Mary Jane who did it. That night, he was drunk, as always, ran his car into a telephone pole, and there's nothing supernatural about that. And Lewis says, but he still died, Emery, because yeah, in this universe, the superstition is real. And the reason Lewis is starting to believe these things is because of the dreams he keeps having about Pastor Jansen and Mary Jane. And he says as much to Emery. In other words, Emery thinks it's all in his head, and Lewis accepts this answer and says he needs to lie down. Yeah. So then we're on to day 3.
Oh,
And
good.
yeah, so we're going to, yeah. Oh, I've been overreacting. It's day 3. And so this is the day, his last day maybe. And so there are men blocking the road.
Oh man. No, I've seen that truck before.
Yeah, they're there to kick his ass for trying to strangle Gracie. And of course they beat him up. And Gracie tries to stop it, but she
if
doesn't
someone was
really.
sitting in the truck after what happened last night, I would have gone up to the house there. I would have left. Because you should have seen
Yeah, that
this
would
coming
make
from a
sense.
mile away.
He should have. He should have seen a whole bunch of men here, and he knows what happened. You're absolutely right, Gorilla. He was kind of not paying attention to actually encounter these men like this. But then he'd be trapped there, so, I mean, he'd have to encounter him eventually. But Gracie doesn't really try to stop it, or else she would know her brother is a hothead and not sick. Like she's essentially asked for this. And
like I couldn't keep up with the plot of this
there's no plot, don't
film.
worry. Yeah, there's kind of a
But
plot.
I was always impressed with the
Mm.
locations. So I really enjoyed this as well.
Yeah,
Like,
Lewis gets his lights punched out. And in this knocked
great.
out state, Lewis sees the cornfields again. So Scotty likes the cornfields. The loon
What are
calls,
you talking
and
about?
we see.
What the
I don't know.
hell?
You said you like the location.
Who am I, Bill Mooney?
Tonight, maybe. The loon calls, and we see Ashley with the baby again. Another dead loon. Another dead Ashley. Lewis comes out of
This
the
is so
cornfield.
fucked.
Yeah, yes, it is so fucked. Agreed. There you go, Gorilla. He sees Mary Jane mixing the loon with blood for some ritual. Lewis finally asks Mary Jane why he's doing this to him, and she's upset he woke her up, and that's about it. He says, I don't deserve this. And Mary Jane said, I didn't deserve it either. And he wants to know why he keeps getting these visions, and she tells him that he needs to understand. And he says that he doesn't really care about her, so why is this happening? I just want it to end. And she says it'll be over soon and removes her cloak, and she is naked. And she covers herself with blood. It's gross.
As you do.
Yeah, but the cameraman should be fired because we don't get to see anything. He should be fired.
Yeah, and you know what? I was ready to not take a slide. I wouldn't have the slide even if it happened.
I thought there was a moment when there was a loon in this movie called Loon Lake, and it gets like, I don't know, stabbed into a tree.
Yes, you missed it.
Oh, I missed that part.
Scotty, if you want to talk about it, you may now.
Do you remember that part of
Yes,
this? Do you remember this? When
Yes.
the loon was stabbed into the tree?
Yes.
That was awesome.
Yeah, and it was probably, and we never really know who did it unless it really was the spirit of Mary Jane, and it probably was, I guess.
It was.
Because it is real in this. It
was
real
and
in
it,
this.
yeah, no, it was the best part of the movie.
And my actual line when I got to that part was that all we really know is that Mary Jane really hates Loon.
Well, no, you know what? No one likes loons.
Yeah, and so she fills
Unless you're
her.
Canadian, in which case they are a dollar.
So,
Loonies are a dollar. Loons,
so she covers herself with this blood.
$1.
So she covers herself with this blood, and she feels her strength returning to her somehow.
Oh, right. Nice.
And,
Now we're getting
and
back to the good stuff.
then she tells him that she can make his pain go away. I
Oh,
need my
she's
pain.
Cybok.
She's Cybok, yes. She covers him with some blood too to seal the ritual. And we get the poem again. Kind friend, beware as you pass by, as you are now. So once was I, as I am now, so you must be. Prepare yourself to follow me. And he finally runs away from her. He's still unconscious, so he's running down the street. He sees a dead Ashley again, and dead Ashley starts talking to him. She is happy to see him. He apologizes for not being there for her that day, and she tells him not to blame himself. She also says that she can save him. He appears back at the gravesite of Mary Jane. She sends him.
The gravesite is twice as thick as it was before. It is a different prop.
She sends him to it, and on the back of the tombstone are words to remove the curse. Kind friend, take heed, as on this path you must proceed. If this grave has thrice If this grave has thrice been tread, call her forth from the undead. Take up an axe, which failed at first, and with one swing remove the curse. And so what?
And then Christopher Lee shows up and does the Charleston.
And
what, you never,
there it is. No, and the men not
you
only
have
did
the
the
video
men
of Christopher Lee doing the Charleston? That's great.
No,
Oh.
I wasn't talking to you. I'm trying to talk about the movie.
Oh.
So the men not only did the men leave Lewis unconscious on the road, but so did Gracie. What kind of nurse is she? She's a bad nurse. Bad nurse. So he wakes up spitting blood, and I'm sure now determined to go axe a ghost. And I guess maybe she's not a bad nurse. I mean, she does think he tried to kill her, but then she never really let him explain anything. That she was in any
She
case,
was a
it makes
nurse
sense.
who never washed her hands.
In any case, it makes sense that she doesn't want to be around him because
Bad nurse.
he didn't know that he was being violent, but still, you don't want to be with somebody who might choke you in their sleep.
What are we talking about? The end of the world? What's going on?
So he's in great pain from having been beaten up, but he thinks his life is in danger.
Pain.
So he thinks his life is in danger, so he gets moving. He just pulled an axe off the wall, so it can just be any old axe. And even though the poem kind of seems to suggest that it should be the one
We're
that
running
Mary was
away from
buried
a
with.
witch. This is gonna
Yes.
take forever.
Yes. And so he called for Mary Jane to come for him, and the door is opening on its own.
I was promised a chupacabra.
No, I'm sorry. I really apologize for that. That was my mistake for confusing you.
Okay,
like
let's just run away from the witch. What's going on?
He
How are we gonna
wields
get away
the
from
axe. He wields the axe looking for Mary Jane. He stops for a moment looking at a photo of Ashley. And where's that part? That part's coming up. Yeah, so then he's asking her if it's all real, and he gets her cross necklace, and he finds it does seem like he finds some strength, love, and determination from that necklace. So there was a little bit of symbolism here that was nice. And it's as if Ashley's spirit is on his side trying to help him.
Like
So
if there's a demonically possessed animal of any sort, if I have like a crucifix like necklace, like that's all I have to do.
I don't know. I mean, I guess it helps.
I guess I have to believe.
You have to have the belief, though. You have to have the belief, though.
I do have to have the belief. You know what? Yeah, no, agreed.
Well, not in real life, but in fiction like this, that kind of stuff would work. And
no, but if I wanted, I can't. I can't just throw around a crucifix or a cross and be like, this is my shield. It's like, I agree with Gorilla. I have to believe it.
Yeah, you would have to believe it in a fictional story in which these things are true. And
What are you
it's
talking
kind of
about?
like
Fiction, vampires.
it's kind of like
Tell your
I keep
subscribers,
wanting
like,
I keep
share,
wanting to say this.
subscribe,
Okay.
warn the people.
Okay, so it works in the context of fictional stories. It's kind of like that Twilight Zone episode with
Yes.
where that lady gave her husband a lion's tooth and to protect him from the lion of the jungle. But when he leaves it on the counter, that's when his fate is doomed.
Well, I ain't lying.
And hers too. And so he holds on to the axe and he also holds on to the necklace. I thought he would wear it, but he doesn't. And so it was nighttime and he falls asleep standing up. I've never
You know
done
how
that.
interesting it is that you have a YouTube channel, and right now we're just sitting looking at a crazy man holding an axe.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I'm waiting around for something to happen, and I guess he gives
Oh,
up
and
on
Eric's.
something.
It looks like he's
It
gonna go
seems
axe
like
Eric's.
it seems like he gives up encountering Mary Jane, and he gets his suitcase ready to leave, and but he's really still dreaming. We know that, but at this point, we don't know that.
Man, I wish I
So
had a car that big.
and he goes to talk to Emery to tell him that he was right and all the superstition stuff was just in his head. So he decides that he doesn't like it out in the country, so he's going home.
Oh, fuck this
And he's
guy. Hate him.
and then he sees Ashley on the side of the road.
Oh no, not Ashley.
Yeah, not Ashley. And then Mary, yeah, there's Ashley. She looks fine and happy. And then we have Mary creeping in the back seat. And because of this, he gets into a car accident. Mary creeps on him and is about to take him out. And he wakes up again, still standing with his axe. He didn't really even leave town at all. And now he's really disturbed.
Oh no.
He is. Yeah, there she is. She's creeping up. Some fun makeup. Fun times on Halloween.
So when do
Day
we get
after
to the
Halloween.
good part?
So we see a dark figure in the background approaching, even though we know the power isn't out this
Oh
time.
right,
It's
I
just
forgot
still
about this
out
fucking
anyway.
ghost.
So Mary scares him and he runs away instead of
Scary
axing.
Mary.
He drops his axe and picks it back up, and he sees her on and off and takes random wild swings. But Ashley is there to help. She calls for him to help direct his swing. Mary Jane
Also,
growls.
if you start up an OnlyFans
I'll
and
have to
you
start it
wear
over
that
in a second.
makeup, then you're gonna make money.
Mhm. Okay. So he sees her on and
Not
off and
you. I'm just saying as advice.
No, oh, okay. But I'm not gonna take that advice, obviously. I'm not
No, but
saying that.
other young women,
So anyway,
entrepreneurs.
let me start over. He says he sees her on and off and takes random wild swings, but Ashley's there to help. She calls for him to help direct his swing. Mary Jane growls,
on.
and Lewis, you're interrupting me at the same part each time. Mary Jane growls, Lewis swings and hits his target. Thanks to Ashley's help, he actually hits her, and so that's all the poem said. This is what I'm mad about. This because he
What
follows
are you
through
mad about?
because the tombstone just said all you have to do is swing your axe and hit Mary, and the curse will be released.
Right.
But it doesn't happen. He's supposed to have broken the curse, and all that's left is Mary Jane's necklace. But it's not really Mary Jane's necklace somehow.
You know, at this
It's
point
actually
in the movie,
it's still Ashley's necklace. It doesn't make any sense. Max Redstone, but you know what's good?
What?
That's not this movie. Is Max Redstone has been a member for 22 months. That's amazingly awesome. And thank you, Max Redstone, for continuing your membership.
You know what's good? Not this movie,
Hey,
but
Max.
you know what is good? Anyway, yeah, no, absolutely.
That Max is a member. That is great.
You are roasting it better than I could.
Thank you. But I did kind of like that. And so the movie destroys what's good about it because his dead wife was actually helping him against the evil witch, and but then he didn't actually.
The witch.
But it was all for nothing because he didn't actually release the curse. So what's the point of the magic if the magic doesn't work? Anyway,
Yeah,
he hauls ass to his truck and likely
Right.
and so he just leaves and he talks to Emery this time, telling him he was wrong and uses the necklace as proof. But
Gorilla, do you like this movie?
no, let's continue. He likes it because he's here. He does like it, but we're not going to force him to defend himself because this is
you know that you're right.
this is an important thing because it's something local to him and it's a real legend that it's kind of cool that it was put to celluloid of some form.
I think everyone in this movie is very good looking.
So Lewis gives Emery the necklace as Emery begins to argue. And Lewis is just done with the whole thing and leaves, but it turns out he thinks that he gave him
Except for
Jane's
that guy.
necklace, but he actually gave him Ashley's necklace. And I guess maybe the movie's trying to say that the cross necklace would have helped him, so he should have held on to it, but he thought it was Mary Jane's.
Well, what happened is when he picked it up there, he was picturing inside his mind that it was Mary Jane's.
So he's just been hallucinating. He's just hallucinating this whole movie. We don't. He's the. You can't believe anything he says or does because he's just hallucinating stuff sometimes. Because he hallucinated that it was that it was Mary. He hallucinated that it was Mary Jane's necklace, but it was really Ashley's.
Well, no, there's just at the end here.
So maybe Lewis is just crazy.
Well, his lack of sleep. It's the lack of sleep there and the paranoia there in his mind. It pictured that it was Mary Jane's necklace there. That's the paranoia that switched it on.
He sleeps a lot in this movie. I don't think that there's a lack of
not that last night because he was sitting there trying to swing the axe at her all night.
He fell asleep standing up.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of sleeping in this movie. He has not had enough of a lack of sleep to start hallucinating stuff. So Max Redstone says roasties, roast beef, and Arby's. And Max, I'm glad you're here.
You know what? I really enjoy the horsey sauce. It's horseradish and mayonnaise. And when you mix them together, got a little bit of tang, got a little bit of zip. I recommend Arby's. We are not sponsored.
So continuing the theory that Lewis is insane, he sees a lady hitchhiking on the side of the road, and of course, Lewis sees Mary Jane instead and has a car accident. So either he's insane or Mary Jane.
No, it's terrible.
Or Mary Jane.
Well, it's not that bad. It's not.
Or either he's insane or Mary Jane's ghost is real and he did not release the curse like he thought somehow, even though it makes no sense because we very clearly saw him hit her with the axe. What else was he supposed to do? Nothing is explained. So he has a car accident and he dies anyway. So he never actually broke the curse. But why? Since he lost the cross necklace, that would be dumb. The movie doesn't really have any rules that you actually follow. So that's just.
Well, Jill, you said at the beginning, that spot right there, that's the spot where the tombstone kept getting thrown into the lake.
Oh, nice.
Well, you said
why do people do that?
Because of the witch urban legend.
Okay.
And really, what it is, it's about maybe 200 yards to that spot of the lake from the cemetery. The walk to the cemetery is about a quarter mile, but it's on a peninsula.
Nice. Okay, so but I would think the ghost of the witch would be more mad that you threw her tombstone in the lake than if you walked past it 3 times.
Yeah, and a couple of those people are dead.
Hmm. Did I hear someone say continuing the theory that Scotty's insane? No, not Scotty. Lewis from the movie. No,
Yeah.
Scotty's not crazy. He knows exactly what he's doing. So, wait, what's happening here?
Emery's going up to the cemetery.
All right. So, the actual hitchhiker was not Mary Jane, but it was really just a normal girl, and she's upset that her presence startled him into an accident. And all Lewis sees when he dies is his dead wife who failed to save him. I was so happy about everything that Ashley was doing to try to save him. That is just depressing that she failed. And so in the next scene, Emery is at Loon Lake paying Mary Jane a visit. He hangs the cross on her grave, even though he never believed the stories. But now I guess suppose now he does that now that Lewis died, and he says he was a good man, and he leaves. And we hear the loons call, and that's the end of Loon Lake from 2019. And it's a huge downer. It's
Yeah. Then there's a
depressing.
special thanks to everybody here that tells about the people there. And then he gives like a lot of the local people who helped with it.
Special thanks the community of Round Lake, Minnesota for their graciousness and enthusiasm towards our production. Yes, and that is cool. Oh, Randy and Mary Wilson on Q Barbecue. On Q Barbecue. I wonder if that's good barbecue.
Yeah.
So that's the movie.
Yeah, they thank the Historical Society of Pioneer Village also.
Very cool.
And a bunch of other
I'm
people.
sorry. I'm sorry I had to step away. I wanted to get some crackers.
That's great, Scott. Congratulations on the crackers. They're all
And
very sweet.
when I say crackers, I don't mean those little biscuits. I mean I had to go and place a bid on some white slaves.
No, you're lying. You're not doing
No,
that.
I
You're actually-
wanted. Oh, come on! I bought some slaves.
Okay.
Jill, remind me to send you the head slap meme here but of course you'll be
What?
playing that
You
a lot for
never
Scotty.
bought slaves?
No, nobody here has ever done that, but let's get off that topic. That's not fun.
What?
I
All
don't
you
like it.
got to
I don't
do is
it's not funny.
install.
It's just not funny. So, but thank you. Thank you for trying to be funny, but that wasn't that funny.
You
There's
just did the head slap meme like we got for sit Dan.
Yeah. Yeah, so let's talk about something else. Well, we're
You don't
still
like.
talking about the movie
You
because
don't
I
like
wanted
slaves.
to.
All right.
No, I don't. Slavery's bad. We had a whole war about it. It's
No,
over.
I know, but I like
Well,
slaves. I think they're
it's not
good.
over. The problem is it's not over everywhere in the world, and it should be. But we're not here to talk about that.
We're here to
And this
talk
is
about what's the name of the movie?
Loon Lake and Mary
Moon
Jane.
Lake.
It's a horror movie, but I don't know. It didn't seem too scary. It's not. The jump scares didn't really get me.
You know what's scarier?
The
Slavery.
next thing you're about to say. So is there anything
Gorilla,
else?
how did you find this film?
Yeah, good question.
Because we were talking, it got mentioned on Facebook and all that this was filmed in. Sky. You don't realize how small my town is where we talk about stuff. So like this gets around like Round Lake has a population of 400 people. Okabena 800. Sioux Valley 5 people. My town, Jerem's apartment complex is bigger than my town, which is about 1,600. There, Jackson's the biggest town with like I'd like to say 3,100, and then Alpha has maybe 150 people. We're a small knit community. We're very small. We talk to each other.
Yeah, okay. So as soon as this movie happened, people talked about it because, of course, the townsfolk are going to talk about a movie about their town. So
yeah, especially the urban legend. Every kid knows the urban legend of Mary Jane.
Well, every kid in Minnesota, anyway.
Well,
But
at
now,
least in the county.
yeah, and now everybody who listened to this live stream knows about it. So if anything, it is an interesting urban legend. Urban legends are fun. And yeah.
Do
So
you
but
remember the
maybe
tale of Mary Jane? Oh yeah. She was that girl who was accused of witchcraft. And then the idiot who didn't sharpen his axe had to take 3 swings at her head. My God. I remember the tale of Mary Jane. It was a debauchery. It was an absolute failure in the judicial process of execution. And so, yes, and everyone at that point decided that guillotines were the way to go instead of being a ruthless, cruel, dull axe.
Man, Scotty, with your disrespect there, Mary Jane might come after you in a couple days.
I hope so.
I thought it took 3 days.
Either way,
okay,
I am so on board with Mary Jane. Come at my lap.
So there we are. So that's that movie. So it happened. It's a movie. I think that the acting could have been a little better. Some of the production could have been a little better. But it is cool to learn about a new urban legend that I didn't know about.
Well, this wasn't no $300 million Marvel movie here. This was a short budget of a small budget of 15 million, and a lot of local actors and handheld camera work.
This movie was a $12 porno without the sex.
And didn't you say that the originally was cut down from like three hours and some down to hour and a half?
Yes, so mercifully, yes.
So I think a lot of stuff got axed to you make that made sense. So I think a lot of stuff might have gotten axed.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
I've seen coffee commercials with more convincing acting, and tonally, I miss Bob Saget.
What would Bob Saget have done?
Better.
Oh, well, he's a better actor, yes. Okay, I guess I get it. And it's yeah. Anything else you want to add about this movie, Gorilla?
No, I enjoy it just because it's filmed in my home area and I can recognize a lot of the stuff there, and I know the urban legend behind it there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think it is worth watching.
Really?
I think
it's very slow.
It's fun. Well, it is slow. I did watch it at 1.75 speed. So, but then I watched it on regular speed, just because I enjoyed the lady, the actress. I thought she was rad.
Yeah, cool. And
so,
hey,
all in all, I
here.
would say 11 out of 10, and everyone should watch.
Really?
It's on Tubi.
I don't think I actually. I wouldn't recommend it, but it is. If you're from Minnesota, I recommend it. If you're from Minnesota and you haven't seen this movie, you gotta watch it.
I love the Mall of America,
or maybe even Iowa. Like maybe at least the surrounding states.
If you like corn.
But I don't know. Are there any movies about chupacabras? Because now I have to show one to Scotty. Let's see.
What the hell, lady? We can't.
Not right now.
No.
But maybe next Halloween. There are
Well,
lots of them actually.
I wasn't expecting a witch. So thank you for a witch story.
Yeah, it was a witch story. I guess it makes sense that the best one would be a chupacabra story would be one from Mexico itself. So, or let's see if I can. Yeah, no. It looks like all
Do
of
you have
these
any
movies are pretty
do you have
low.
any stories
Never
about
mind.
talking cars?
Talking cars, like Cars,
Yeah, like,
Disney movie. I don't want to talk about
no.
Cars.
I was thinking
It's a
more like
baby
Knight
movie.
Rider.
Oh, Knight Rider. Yeah, okay. But if yeah, that's it. Well, let's see. Yeah, no, none of the Chupacabra movies look very good. So I guess we don't have to have a movie about it. But I do like that
So
urban legend myself.
chupacabras are pussies. Why are you
Well,
hiding?
I don't know. There's lots of urban
Chupacabras are
legends behind them.
cowering.
Apparently, you can curse at them or something. I forget what it is.
You know what? I could arm wrestle a
You
chupacabra
have to
and
curse
win.
at them to get them to go away.
They're so small. They probably look like itty bitties. They're like
Yeah,
koalas, but
they're
they
supposed
run.
to they're supposed to be about 4 feet. And
Yeah, no, I could take a 4-foot chupacabra.
probably if it doesn't bite you
I don't
first.
know. How big's the teeth?
It's pretty big.
Is it big teeth? Because that,
Yeah, because
claws
they're
and
like
teeth.
because the legend is kind of like vampiric.
Mm. That could go against me.
Yeah, there's lots of theories behind it, I guess. One of them even says that it's a extraterrestrial, which I've
If
never heard of.
anyone wants to hang out in Arizona, we're all just gonna hang out and look for chupacabras.
Oh, well, but no,
I got a team of 12.
chupacabras are kind of like drop bears in Australia. That's the best way I could put it, I guess.
No, but when I went to Australia, I was the drop bear.
You just snuck out and jumped on top of people. No, that seems like a bad thing to do.
Max Redstone in the chat says Scotty R37 owned slaves. And I said, oh.
No, you didn't. Max Redstone says, let's play EGA Trek. EGA Trek.
Sure.
Ooh. Oh yeah. Okay. Maybe someday. But that's all we have. Chupacabras are nothing but chicken efforts, let's be honest. You know what? The only reason I'm stalling the show is because I want to make it to daylight saving not daylight savings time. Fall back. It's in 4 minutes for me. I want to see I want all of you to
want
go
to see what happens.
I want all of you to go back in time with me in just 4 minutes. So we can just talk about anything now. How unless Gorilla, is that everything you wanted to say about the movie?
We talked pretty much about the whole urban legend there. I just thought I was hoping you'd have enjoyed it a little bit more.
Oh yeah, me too. Like I usually enjoy a lot of movies, but I got to be honest, right? I can't lie and say I loved it, but I didn't hate it. I so it was all right. It was cool to learn about. It was cool to learn about, and thank you so much for sharing it. And I hope you're not too upset that I didn't like it.
That's kind of I knew it would be a number one list because it is a indie film. But it's like one of those like people. I like when I hear that indie film where it's a low budget. I don't have the high expectations for the movie, so I tend to enjoy them more. But I also like the low budgets where you actually have to work to you actually have to be more creative there versus when just spend as much money as you want. We don't care that you spend $500 million and we'll never recoup that money. That's just a shitty movie.
I usually don't give preconception expectations either, but I do like a movie to be entertaining, and I think this one fell on that just a little bit. But I'm glad that you do enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
so yeah. And actually, yeah. And Scotty gives it an 11 out of 10, so he likes it more than he said. Kim says either that if Scotty runs from what? EJ Electronic Gaming Arts? Yeah, I guess so.
12.
Yeah, when I 12. Now it's 12 out of 10. Wow.
Yeah.
So did you buy Rocky and Bullwinkle, Scotty?
Not yet.
So we've got one more minute and the clock's gonna go backwards. I always love looking at it go backwards.
I know
this will
you
be
love time travel.
This will be my first time here watching the clocks go backwards.
Oh. Wow. Well, we're just seconds away.
I'm waiting.
If you enjoyed the review for this movie and you haven't subscribed yet and you're listening to this on the replay, please subscribe. I like subscribers. And I will make more cool stuff.
I would also like to point out that this is a singular timeline, which is malleable.
Yay! It is now 1 a.m. again. Yay! Woohoo! Oh, we didn't really go back in time. There is just a clock change, but it's fun to say we were back in time. Uh-oh, Scotty disappeared. Well, with that, Gorilla,
Yeah, I can't wait.
I think I'm gonna let you go to bed now. Can't wait for what?
So
I missed what you
don't
said
know.
there. I missed everything you just said because I think something's up with your microphone. Can you repeat
Oh yeah,
that?
it's this damn computer. My computer took a shit. So my good computer took a shit. My new
Oh,
one
you gotta
took a
get
shit
in.
actually.
Oh no, you're gonna need another new computer.
Yeah, I'll
Oh.
tell everybody right now. Do not buy Ace Magic there. Now the computer took a shit right away, but then not only that, the customer service is what customer service? Couldn't get any. But anyhow, I'm heading to bed.
Yeah, that's terrible, Gorilla. But before you head to bed, can you please tell us anything that you got coming up this coming week, or anything you want to promote? Anybody, any friends, or whatever?
We should have a movie tomorrow. I'm not sure what the movie will be there. Well, we will play a trilogy or something. Then on Tuesdays, the good old cigar lounge there. Those are always a lot of fun there. Then we're watching 4 episodes of the Twilight Zone on Thursday. Then on Fridays is the always beloved and very funny. Funny. We just have a lot of fun doing the Waltons reviews there.
Awesome.
And some
That's
of
great.
some of those jokes we say get way out of control, but oh well.
Well, it's okay because you have that warning at the beginning to make sure everybody knows that
Yeah,
kind of thing can happen.
that disclaimer. But thanks for doing this, Jill.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for showing me this movie. I am so glad I saw it because I learned something new about those urban legends I wouldn't know about without watching this movie. And you provided great insight, a personal insight into it that made this that was more entertaining to me than the movie itself. I liked all the stuff you brought and learning about the actual legend. But for now, we'll let you guys have fun with the rest of your Saturday. I hope you enjoy the night and the rest of your weekend. And thanks to Gorilla's Random Thoughts. Thank you to Scotty R37 for having fun with us here and providing a little mayhem. Um, Max Redstone says Scotty is a chupacabra. Oh wait, a chumpacabra, a chumpacabra. But Scotty says I'm a werecapabra. Okay. And you can follow Scotty on X if you want. Best computer I ever bought was my Sony Bio. It's still going after 17 years. It had Windows 7 on it when I bought it. Nice. Nice. That's awesome. Actually, I think I use I don't remember if I use it. My Sony Bio still works. I had one of those before. I don't remember what happened to it. But anyway, let's go ahead and go continue our night if you like, or go to bed, or whatever you got to do. Or if you're Greek letters Larson, your day has only just begun. And so I hope you have a great day, everybody. Thank you to Wes Cagle, Scotty R37, who's also now in the chat, Kimberly Ann Hart, and Max Redstone. You killed Scotty. No, he left. I didn't kill him. I didn't kick him out. He kicked himself out. He knows what he's doing. So at this point, I trust him when he kicks himself out. And so, and also thank you to Tiger Stripes for showing up in the chat. And I love watching videos about the Wizarding World. Oh yes, me too. And Matt G, thank you, Matt G, for the super chat. Thank you to William Shakespeare for the super chat. And thank you to Old Man Bird for the super chat. Here they are. Right here. 3 of them. That was very nice. And also thank you to Matt G and Max Redstone for continuing his membership, which is always good. And everybody else that I didn't mention who was in the chat, thank you too. And thank you to James Caserta for catching us here at the end. Maybe you can catch the replay. And thank you to everyone who is lurking or watches it on the replay. And I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. When is your birthday, Jill? That's December 10th. But for now, we're going to end this one. And I'll see you all next time. And we'll play our closing videos. So good night, guys.
Night.
Learn all that is learnable.
And the ways our differences combine to create meaning and beauty.
It has always been easier to destroy than to create.
May we together become greater than the sum of both of us.
Well, now you have something new to think about. Carry on.
Going to bed. Gotta turn off the lights. Hey, there's TV. Gotta turn off the power. Hey, turning off things. Yeah, it's time for bed. So now, where's the sleepy place? It is upstairs, but I gotta make sure the door is locked, and now it's time for bed. Baxter, he's on the couch. He wonders why I'm singing. I'm going upstairs, and Baxter's coming with me. Just found a little poop. Gonna pick it up with my fingers and throw it in the toilet. Baxter is not to blame. Hey, buddy, you coming up? He's looking at me like I'm a crazy person. Come on, it's bedtime. Anyway, that's my song.
But if he's the devil, how do you keep him locked up?
With the staff of truth. The one barrier he cannot pass.